Episode 11.
Episode motherfucking
Taxi Cab Podcast, baby. It's your boy Big Just LaFlair.
Be on.
It's boy King Kazadi.
Yeah, man. And like we promised, we gonna deliver. We gonna thank everybody that participated in the giveaway, the 10th episode giveaway. We had a good amount of names, and like we said, we gonna deliver. We about to spin the wheel for y'all. So we gonna do this, and we gonna let everybody know who we got. 3 winners, right?
Yeah,
Three winners.
3 winners.
All right, and we'll let y'all pick up the t-shirts.
Y'all can see it on there. Camera, you can zoom in a little bit. We're gonna spin the wheel. It's gonna be nothing I got nothing to do with.
They getting this merch, baby. You see the shirt? They winning something like this, whichever one they want.
I just want to say appreciate everybody for participating and supporting us, buying the merch.
Man, I appreciate all the sales, man.
Yeah.
Our sales went up this week, man.
So-
Let's keep on doing it. That way we can get y'all better equipment, better everything. We only going up from here.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that really, showed out and bought shit. So keep it going. We appreciate it, and we investing everything right back into us. So
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, first name.
Let's go.
Who's that?
We're getting the free merch. No, I can't see it.
Underscore shot time 77 underscore.
Shout to my dog Shamari. What's up, bruh?
Okay, so Shamari,
You get you some free gear, Shamari. What's up,
get
man?
you a free shirt, man. Just let us know what you trying to get, what kind of color. We got them all. Hey, we got bibs too, and we got cups coming soon. So
Hey,
Hey.
check us out, man. Work with us, man. Y'all let us know what y'all want, and we try to
All right, man,
accommodate.
nice mug. Keep your beer cold. Keep your liquor cold. Hey, $18.
18. There we go for the cup, for the mug. But yeah, man, matter of fact, y'all hit us up. Y'all give us some ideas of what type of stuff. I seen somebody said, shout out to Tay. She said she wanted us to make crew necks. So we gonna start inquiring on that. We gonna figure that out, man. Maybe we can start trying to make sweaters,
The grind don't start.
Hey, as long as y'all support it, we can come up with the merch, y'all. As long as y'all support
And the
it.
more support, we'll streamline it, make a website, make it easier. But
Yeah.
right now, y'all asked about the customer service, hand to hand, nice gift wrap package. We do it. We own it, man. I promise
I
you.
ain't even had to wait a whole week for
They
it.
ain't even had to wait. Some niggas got it the next day. Some niggas got 2 days later. It's there. Let us know.
All right, you ready for the second winner?
Hey, y'all want to do a second one, or y'all want to just randomly do it throughout the pod, man?
I think we do randomly do it.
All right, we'll do it out there. We'll do it after the Twitter topics. We'll pick our second winner.
All right.
So, man, it's been a rough week, dog. It's been a rough week, man. RP Chadwick Boseman.
R.I.P.
RP the GOAT, man.
That one hit hard. That was Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was tough, man. That was tough, man.
That ruined my day, man. It was my night, actually.
Yeah.
I was with family. We talking, reminiscing, have a good time. Good news, my mom. She shout out to my mom. She got approved for a house.
Okay.
So we was
Shout out,
Mom.
shout out Mom Dukes. And then it was just instantly. I got a
That shit
text.
just ruined the movie.
Ruined the move, bro.
Yeah, I was at the movie theater. I was watching Cutthroat City. When y'all sent me that, I already wasn't into the movie like that. But god damn, that motherfucker just really just threw me off, nigga. I'm getting on Twitter trying to see what's going on, like how did he die?
You just wanted to be fake news or
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
that's
lie
what
to you, when I saw it, I ain't click on it because I ain't gonna believe it. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of how this Kobe thing was. Like when Kobe died, I believe it.
You was one that I woke up to that news from you, bro. You texted, I'm like,
Nah, the
No.
Kobe when I saw it, bro, I just dropped the phone.
Yeah, I just didn't even believe it. I didn't believe it.
At the time, it wasn't like 100%.
I was watching.
Inclusive.
Nah.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it
I
was
was
leaning
watching,
towards
I'm like,
it.
man, nah, yeah.
The stories were different, but yeah,
That's it.
Chadwick Boseman, though, man, I think that's crazy how he shot 10 movies? They said he shot 10 movies, and he had colon cancer, and he didn't tell anybody, and he still, and he performed the way he performed, like,
and then his performing, and then the obligations he had. Y'all remember like when people were making jokes like, he's tired of doing the Wakanda Forever?
yeah.
That's a press run.
yeah,
He's doing that
press runs. He was
after being stage 3 cancer. It's 2016.
Yeah.
Black Panther's out. Civil War's out. They're promoting it now. So he's doing all that while having stage 3 cancer.
yeah.
chemotherapies and surgeries
And if I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody in the room done went through, you know, that situation to watch somebody go through that process. So to watch somebody go through stage 3 and get to 4, and for him to keep moving like ain't nothing going
He's
on,
a hero,
you know,
man.
that just show you like, hey, he went out the right way. He went out like a soldier.
I think it shows you he had a purpose.
Yeah.
Like that. You gotta look, bro. He played black influential heroes, bro. Like Jackie Robinson,
James Brown.
Thurgood Marshall, Black Panther, T'Challa. Like I was just talking about it to my coworker the other day. Like when I was growing up, and movies and superheroes and comic books. Like not really comic books, but as far as seeing them growing up, you know, Batman. My favorite superhero. It was always like
never no black person.
White. It was never no black person. The
Yeah.
first black superhero, it wasn't even a superhero. It was like Blade.
Black Ranger.
And he was like, oh,
From the
Black
Power
Ranger.
Ranger.
You know, but
The Black Power Ranger.
there was never no league.
Yeah.
The impact that T'Challa had.
Yeah.
Who you gonna be when you grow up? Who you gonna be for Halloween?
Yeah. They grow up and be like, I want to be like
I wanna be
T'Challa.
like T'Challa, bro. He made it cool.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I seen.
Chadwick
Did you
Boseman,
see?
man.
Did you see the one part before we move on? One of the dudes he worked with in the Five Bloods. He commented and he was like, it was crazy. Like, he was saying like, his wife asked him, you know, how is it working with Chadwick Boseman? And he was like, he seems a little bit precious to me. She was like, what do you mean? It's like, you know, he's got his massage therapy. He's got somebody, you know, bringing his food. He's got his wife holding his hand while he's getting all this done. His feet and shoulders getting rubbed and everything. And he was just like, you know, I felt like I prejudged him, and I thought that it was more so kind of like, okay, I shot Black Panther, maybe I'm like on some deal Hollywood shit, but really, they was just taking care of him. And he was like, it's just, you know, a regretful moment for me. And that was just that right there. That right there was the one
You
in the
never know what
comment.
somebody going through.
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta watch how you talk to people, how you talk about people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy too, but then I kind of think about it the other way too, like on Twitter. Twitter is relentless. Everybody get jokes, right? So do you feel like the people that did comment about his weight loss were necessarily wrong?
They didn't know.
I feel like they didn't know, and I'm not gonna like destroy them, crucify them for their statements. It just once you know, you acknowledge you're sorry.
That should be a lesson. That should be a lesson. Like, so the next time you see somebody lose weight,
you see something,
something crazy, it's just like, dang, are you okay? Are they good?
Yeah. You know,
or just keep your comments to yourself.
Have that caveat, and I use this as a learning lesson.
Yeah.
You know, because like at the end of the day, jokes are still gonna be jokes. People still gonna make fun of weight, but you just gotta be aware that you never know what somebody else is going through.
Yeah.
Somebody could be doing a lot. Oh, he great. He getting money. He getting rich. He's on everything. He good. He getting masseuses. Stage 4, stage 3.
Also, you know, R.I.P. to Cliff Robinson.
Cliff Robinson, man.
Solid basketball player, man.
Yeah,
I always enjoy watching him play.
Portland days.
Detroit days and Portland days. I feel like those are like his two top teams for me.
That 4-3 tweener.
Yeah, something like that. Like, you know,
One of the best goddamn big man shooters. Well, I ain't gonna say the best,
at
but
the
one
time,
of the first.
definitely.
He was like the first.
Yeah, he was a stretch. He could run the wing. He could play with
All-star.
Yeah.
I remember Cliff Robinson. OG. If you watch basketball, y'all around our age, you remember Cliff Robinson.
Yeah, so R.I.P. Cliff Robinson, man, and another one. It's like they came back to back, man.
This one hit me the worst.
Yeah, R.I.P. John Thompson, man.
That's one coach I always said I wanted to play for.
The first African American coach to win a D1 college championship.
And like, I didn't even know that. I know he won, but I didn't even know.
Yeah, with Patrick Ewing, nigga, that was like 83, 84.
I didn't know he was the first.
Yeah.
That's
it's
it's synonymous with that Big East, Georgetown, Patrick Ewing, and everybody. If you don't know, look into it. How influential he was with Allen Iverson. There will be no Allen Iverson.
Yes, there's literally no Allen Iverson. Like, he saved Allen Iverson's life. Allen Iverson, like, you know, you don't see too many people that got all these scholarship offers and then they go to jail their senior year. They get out.
Randy Moss.
And they still give you a chance. Yeah, and that's, I mean, he one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see that like that no more. So,
They gave him that platform.
you know, he famous for that towel over that shoulder.
R.I.P. to y'all,
Man,
man.
R.I.P. all three,
man.
man.
So yeah, let's get to a lighter thing, man. That was heavy. R.I.P. to those three. New Monica, Brandy versus what y'all thought last night, man. Let's get to it. Who y'all think won and why?
We won, the fans.
No, I don't hear that shit.
I wish I could have watched it originally straight through, so I had to catch it piece by piece and listening to it. Like you said, the fans won. That was good. I think it was the most viewed one.
Yeah, it had like 1.1 million.
So like that's fucking amazing. I don't know, man. I ain't got the answer.
Personally, I'm gonna say Monica, but if somebody said Brandy, I wouldn't be mad.
To be honest with you, I got Monica, and I felt like it was a battle where Brandy was fighting from behind the whole time.
I would say Brandy started off slower.
And yeah, and it's not because of necessarily like the music, the catalog.
It was the choices.
Brandy just wasn't playing the right shit.
She wanted to slow start, and then
I don't
Then
get why.
come back. Monica started off with bangers.
Yeah, like if I had to predict the score, because I was keeping score at first, but then I just was like, fuck it.
I'm just enjoy it.
Shit,
Yeah.
by 7, you can't keep
But-
niggas be losing count.
Because at one point for me it was like 4-1-1 Monica. Like Monica was upside her head. I'll probably give Brandy a smooth 8.
Shit, I think
12-8, but that's only because I think Brandy played the wrong thing and she played like she just started off so slow, and some of the counters that Monica did just was devastating.
And I feel like I get Brandy want to promote her new album, but I feel like she should have stuck in her season bag.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand the marketing side of it too. So
How'd y'all feel about the aesthetics? You know,
What did it? It's a point. It was the shade,
There's little
nigga.
shades here and there.
The shade was coming.
I heard
knew
an
it.
interview. Monica said it wasn't no shade.
Nah, it was shaded. Did you see the part where Monica was doing her? She went into her C Murder bag. She did a little dance, and then she bucked that Brandy. Did you see that?
I might have missed that one.
She was like, "Fuck the mother niggas, cause I'm down for my niggas." Then they did the explosion at the end. She was like,
Oh.
"Yeah, it's a meme. Go look it up." On,
But I mean, I saw
Twitter.
that, like in the interview I heard, they were saying that, like when they met up,
That was
it
the
wasn't like no 3 days. Like
No,
they
that
been
was
there.
then.
That was the first time they saw each other.
You could tell.
in 8 years.
But that's why they was saying though. That's why everybody was saying like, all right, she's because Brandy, first of all, Brandy kept saying a little passive aggressive shit
The whole night.
the whole night,
Oh no.
like the whole night. She even,
Yeah,
yeah,
money. No.
yeah, she was trying to be. She was on her. She was trying to, and I think it was annoying her too. Like, girl, you talking about my daughter's listening? Your daughter 19 years old. When she plays Salah, oh, like, trust me, your daughter know what. Your daughter knows what's going
Good
on.
chance she out here doing the same
Yeah,
shit.
so I just thought that was funny. Yeah, she just had a lot. She even alluded to the point where when she got punched in the jaw.
Oh.
When she was talking
I caught
about
that
kick
one.
down your door, smack your chick. She about to play So Gone. I forgot exactly what she said, but it was
Somebody
crazy.
said Monica didn't have enough media training, but Brandy had too much media training.
I mean, Monica came on
I feel like Monica
was
very
Monica.
well.
She was herself.
Yeah.
Like the faces, like she was there chilling, vibing. Like it was. She was who she
A bit
is.
cringy, like, especially towards the end. They tried to sing together.
Monica didn't want to sing.
Monica didn't want
Yeah.
to sing. The boy's mind. Brandy tried
I think
to make her
Monica
sing.
probably got there and smoked a good.
Well,
gas
she
blunt.
kept, well then, like, even like I said, like, okay, so Brandy kept singing along to Monica shit, but technically, I guess Monica didn't ask her to do that. So then she just started singing, she'll be like, Monica, sing with me, Monica.
I just think there's no chemistry as far as
yeah, y'all ain't.
friendship.
I
Like,
think
That's the
I
first
think
time you see
Brandy.
somebody in 8 years.
This is my first time seeing you in almost a decade. Our chemistry ain't there, and you trying to basically make me feed off your chemistry. Shit, I might not even listen to you because I ain't fuck with you.
yeah.
And you want me to sing lyrics? I don't know, bro. Like,
Nah.
But with all that being said, it was good to see them celebrate them too. They're not beefing. They just not the best of friends. You know, so
you seen that?
it was good.
You seen
They're
that?
both charting now.
There's a thread going around with the Chris Brown and Usher.
Man, they just need to go ahead and suck it up and just do it, bro. Give people what
That
they want.
I should not run from that smoke.
That thread didn't do Chris Brown no good. I know it's not gonna be exactly like that, you know, they paired their songs that are kind of similar. So like the EDM tracks and the pop tracks are together and the R&B tracks. All I'm gonna say, like, it didn't look good.
This is my overall opinion. I just feel like there's certain eras in hip hop or in black music. 90s R&B is a special time.
Yes.
Like 90s, early 2000s. It has a certain nostalgia feel to it. So
Yeah.
you can have a mid 2000 R&B track. It's not gonna hit the same way when you play that Genuine, that
But my thing is,
Like, think about the competition.
We think that way. But anybody go 25 and below.
I agree with you.
But they ain't gonna.
But you
The
realize
difference is they don't know.
And
We
they don't
do know.
And
But where did this happen though? Because alright,
That's
take
always
it from
happened.
us. No, but say take it from us. Nigga, we enjoy 90s music, but we also enjoy 80s music.
I say this.
Like,
To interject real quick,
where did the
I say the
disconnect
same
come?
thing with Usher and he who will remain nameless. You play against him in that 90s R&B bag, Usher will lose. Nice and Slow is not gonna hit the same way against Sex Me, you know, certain songs. It's just not. Cause it's that.
But
No,
what
what he's saying is basically
they don't go back
we
and
do
do the
research.
research.
But even then, even if we do go back and do research, we still probably not gonna say somebody from the 90s is better than somebody in the 80s. I mean, is not better than somebody in the 80s.
that comparison he just said.
Like I'm
with
sure
that.
you
It
did
depends on
research. I'm sure you did research on fucking, you know, like you gonna go to the 90s, you gonna find somebody because you're familiar, like you watch them play on a day-to-day basis. You didn't watch Larry Bird play on a day-to-day basis, so it's kind of hard. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but I just feel like you if you're gonna compare it to Larry Bird, it gotta be LeBron James, it gotta be Kevin Durant. It's not gonna be Paul Pierce. It's not gonna be Jamal Mashburn.
yeah, I mean, I
It's
feel
not
like
gonna
people
be-
know what level. That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
Like, you know, so people know they know Usher's status because who he is, and Chris Brown will probably tell you like he's, you know, he wanted to be like him at one point,
Yeah,
or he was inspired by him. But they're still gonna fuck with Chris Brown more and
Yeah,
enjoy his music more
If you play
because
Babu or
Yeah.
No Air, I'm not mad if you feel like if you're younger and you feel like No Air is a better song.
Yeah.
That's what you that was your.
well, that's actually competitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I think
a competitive match.
because I first when I started, I said Mabu got it. Now I was listening to No Air. I was like, No Air was a pop.
I think like even
Oh, it was a-
sonically,
even the
sonically
production on No Air.
singing wise, it is better than
better.
Babu.
But
Niggas, y'all remember in school? Y'all remember who that person was?
And when they played that shit on the game, on the show, when they played that No Air came on, you knew it was a like damn depressing ass episode. Like, so
But I just feel like Usher has the answer for every Chris Brown track. He really does. I don't feel the opposite.
yeah,
Not
it's
for
more
20
so
for 20.
it's more so Usher's to lose than
He
anything.
should be the favorite in my opinion.
All right, so Joe Budden has had a lot of drama going on this past week.
Where did it start?
Spotify. So basically, he came out on an episode and said on his podcast, and he said that basically he's not. He said we got 7 episodes left. Basically, Chris, you bring me water. But he was saying it's like 7
Chris.
episodes left. He said that basically he won't be, after that, they won't be on Spotify anymore. So, if they're not on Spotify, they'll have another place for it to be at. And he was basically saying that Spotify, the agreements weren't there. And he was saying like as to why they ended up being in a situation like that. And he was just saying like basically they were kind of like the first cowboy over the hill when it came to this podcasting and major networks like Spotify, like streaming sites.
Mm-hmm.
So he says basically he feels like it was hard to note your worth, to, you know, say what your worth is, basically. So then like he's seen other people because of him coming to Spotify and they're getting multi-million deals. So he's like basically like, yo, we exceeded every expectation you ever had. Y'all didn't think we would be this big.
That was the number one.
Yeah,
podcast
we're number
on
one
Spotify.
for a year and some change straight. He's just saying like the little tiny games they play, like and just how they try to do, like they tried to offer them renegotiation, but they kind of wanted like a 360 deal. Like, we want everything. We want the pull up. We want like whatever he's on. And they wanted that, so of course he's like, nah. I mean, numbers look nice, but no.
Just deeper than just a dollar amount.
Yeah, because if you willing to pay me this much, just think about how much I'm gonna make outside of with my merch and whatnot. So
The Breakfast Club.
He took the right. He took.
yeah.
For that instance, so
I ain't
breakfast,
taking
a lot of people when that episode came out had something to say. I know Charlamagne, the Breakfast Club commented on
What
it.
Charlamagne said was, so Charlamagne, he said that he listened to the segment,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that
He had a take.
he kind of said, I'm not sure if he's saying like Joe Budden, like what he's saying is true, but also you gotta look at it like everywhere that you go.
His negotiation tactic.
He said I think Joe Budden knows his worth, but just doesn't negotiate well. It doesn't seem like he negotiates well because everywhere you go, you always have a contractual issue.
So that's kind of what the hot
So
take
that's
from it.
yeah, and he basically said what he said, like, me and you aren't fighting the same fight. You think
This
we are?
Joe Budden responded after he
To
heard that to Charlamagne.
He said
Joe Budden kind of doubled down on the ownership aspect of what he's fighting for. He's saying people get thrown from the dollar amount and who they work for. Joe Budden said he owns his IP. He owns everything that he does. It's about ownership. Charlamagne is just probably now getting into that ownership bag. He just started his YouTube channel, but iHeartRadio, iHeart podcast, everything is under an umbrella of a corporation where he doesn't have ownership, meaning that he talked about how he lost his show and from MTV2, and I think Charlamagne had an allegation, and he was in business with HBO, and they were like, no, basically saying that you have no leverage because you're under the demand of people because you don't own nothing.
mm-hmm.
So, and my take with that is it's a complicated issue because first of all, people are fickle, and you might miss the message judging the person. So Joe Budden could have allegations, or he could be brash of how he talks. The same way with Lil Yachty interviewed back when he was still on Everyday Struggle. He was like, how you not know the numbers? And Lil Yachty looking around, people just missing the point with his passion is basically, if you believe him to be true, everything he does, he's saying he'll be the guinea pig.
yeah.
He'll be the guinea pig for Spotify. But I'm letting y'all know, it's bullshit. I came in with good faith, and it's bullshit. So y'all don't fall in the same trap that I did. Learn from my mistakes to be ownership. Don't take my failures or shortcomings as criticism. Use it to learn. Or Charlamagne might have criticized it. So it depends how you look at it.
I think that first of all, the main problem between those two is that, to me, they try to be friends. They try to act like they're friends, but they're really not. They're shady friends. Like, they're shady ass friends to each other. Like, they try out like they cool, but there's something. Maybe it's the competitiveness, or like even like
they got a love-hate relationship.
I think it's more than that. You want to know why? Because I remember listening to the episode. Remember an episode a few years ago they did together, and they conjoined it as a Brilliant Idiots episode and a I'll Name This Podcast Later episode.
Mm-hmm.
And he even said, Joe Budden at one point even said, didn't you try to fuck Tahiri?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he said,
And that what Charlamagne? And he married?
yeah, he married, and he was like, no, I never tried to. Me and her just cool. Blah 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 blah. So my thing is, I think there's other underlying issues that we don't see as well. So I mean, even with that. So secondly, I think what Joe Budden said, what he said about ownership and wanting to do is correct. I respect that. Nothing wrong with that. Fuzzy, when he tells Charlamagne, like, you're just now getting into his ownership bag, you kind of really don't know what Charlamagne got going on. Like, Charlamagne got his own production company. I don't know what his podcast is under. I don't know if it's like under iHeart. I don't think it's under iHeart. I think they own it, but I'm not sure. Like, cause let's say that Charlamagne owns his podcast, well then it's kind of is fighting the same fight. You just may be ahead, maybe podcast wise, but like,
yeah,
both you don't say, oh, you got a regular day job, but not mention the fact that he has a podcast too that he just
I
like
agree.
you.
People are speaking on business they might not even fully know.
Yeah, so,
I think both of them
are speaking on business they don't know.
But
Is it almost the same sense of counting another nigga pockets? Like, bro, let me do my business how I do my business. You do yours how you do yours, and leave me the fuck alone. I ain't.
Well, kind of, but Joe put that shit out there 7 episodes earlier.
He's talking about himself. He didn't.
Yeah, but if Joe,
he
put it on a podcast,
But they
a
put it on
public
podcast
forum.
and they talk about each other's business from jump.
No.
That's
And what I do,
from Joe's shit. He never on that episode.
No, that episode, but
He didn't say nothing about nobody else's shit.
But
But what I'm saying is no.
But
What
you understand? Like I get what you're saying. In that scenario, in that instance, he didn't talk about. He was talking about himself. But if Gilly the Kid says you talked about me before in my business, 5 episodes before, now because it's a different episode, I can't talk about it. I can't have criticism.
And he said you don't own your IP.
So
he was right to a sense because for them 2 years he didn't own that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Wait, who said that?
Gilly Kitty came back out when he did that episode saying that all the bad business practices that they were doing. He was like, nigga, I told y'all niggas. And he at Joe Budden, he was like, you mad at me for telling the fucking truth. You didn't own your fucking IP. Yeah. So, I mean, it's that, but my thing was
some deeper shit.
Yeah. I mean, but in response to you, what I was saying is, Joe Budden put that out there on the platform. The media is allowed to respond on that because he put that under a public platform. Like he told everybody, this is the problems I'm having with this company. This is why we're not going to be on there.
You're going to be a public.
He could have easily just came on and said, hey, we'll no longer be with Spotify. Just keep an update and we'll put out where we're gonna be for you to listen. He didn't have to go that deep. Like he went into like an hour bag about that shit. Charlemagne's job, that's the number one podcast in the world, is his job as a media person
to respond
to that. So I just think that Charlemagne he says his honest opinion and may rub people the wrong way. And they always have like a love-hate relationship. I noticed too just from listening to both podcasts. And I don't want to seem biased or anything, but I'm always confused because I noticed like
they talk too.
Joe Budden they will talk about Charlemagne crazy, and then it seems like the minute and Charlemagne he doesn't always respond, and then he will respond, and these niggas go crazy. Like Rory, Mal, Mal like wishes that the Breakfast Club didn't even exist. So it's like it's an interesting dynamic.
But it's not Joe beefing with him. It's them beefing with each other.
And that's how I feel too. To Brandon's point, I don't think Joe personally beefs. I think he and Charlemagne are.
No, I don't think they want to fight each other.
I think Maul does not like Charlemagne. I think Rory's indifferent, but.
I'm just seeing video of academics going in on guys.
I saw that too.
Did you watch the whole thing? That shit was funny as shit.
15 minutes of it. Yeah. Act was just talking.
He called them bums.
Bums, stooges, they have no talent. He beat up Joe. He didn't necessarily agree with everything Joe said, but he said, like, Maul, and it was personal.
It was more so, what do you guys do? What do you bring?
Offer nothing to say.
He said if he get paid $2 million, y'all should get 50,000.
And then he was like, to his point, the biggest point he made, Joe was saying we're not fighting the same fight. I'm fighting for ownership. Does Rory and Maul own anything? It's called Joe Budden Podcast. Spotify's messaging.
He said if Joe got a meeting with Spotify, is Joe in the meeting? So y'all gotta answer to Joe.
Hey, all I gotta say is when that deal coming, it's coming soon.
So you think
we all three in that motherfucker? Ain't gonna be
it's just three here. But to them, this ain't the Brandon Holmes podcast. This ain't the David podcast. This is the Joe Budden podcast.
Nigga, they came up with that name. They had
our name. This podcast later.
No, but I get.
But it was always Joe's platform. Like Rory wasn't even on the first episode. Maul wasn't even there for like 50 episodes. It was Marissa. So, well, them folks don't really care about that shit, man.
Y'all think? Speaking on that love-hate relationship, the news came out about Joe Budden on his birthday about domestic violence. Where you think that?
With Tahiri, right?
You think Charlemagne had anything to do with that?
Where she meant? No, I don't think Charlemagne's that conniving because No, I don't think so. Because he was saying Joe Budden was saying Charlemagne was saying he was just a couple episodes talking about on Brilliant Idiots. He was talking about how somebody was behind the whole bringing up the old sexual allegations last year that he had back in the day.
Yeah.
that he said was basically dropped because it wasn't true. And he was saying it was behind somebody, and he was saying like how he could never, he wouldn't put nobody else through that. Like he was just saying how people. That's why I don't think that he would do that,
Nah,
especially to
Charlamagne,
Joe or what.
shit.
Like it's not like it affected his money. I don't think Charlamagne's that much of a hater. Like I don't
I
see.
do.
You think he'll do that?
Charlamagne not that much of an ass.
Nah, bruh.
I think-
There's a lot of niggas that's some assholes. That's not no first nigga. I'm
So you
I
think that he would tell?
Joe Budden made a statement about Spotify. Charlamagne responded. Joe Budden responded about the ownership. And from what I saw, Twitter was having Joe Budden's back because he was like he painted Charlamagne as just money hungry, not money hungry, but people took it as you working for the white man. I'm about ownership. The momentum was on Joe Budden, and
So-
what response he would have had unless he owned something.
But this is how I know that it's probably not Charlamagne. Because you didn't listen to the podcast today.
Nah, I missed
And
it.
he addressed Tahiri about that stuff, and you could tell that he probably sincerely believes that he's basically saying like she's a clout chaser. She's been trying to keep this narrative up for years. So,
Timing though.
but see now
Now
you're stretching. Now, but that would be you. Now you're stretching like you like so. You think that Charlamagne wants to go call up Tahiri, yo, them old narratives you've been pushing. Let's say it's Joe now and da 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 da. I don't think that Charlamagne cares to that extent, bro. Like I'm sure tomorrow.
We gotta spend too much longer on that.
Listen, tomorrow will
Interesting
listen.
theory.
Tomorrow, make sure you listen to Brilliant Idiots and let him say his part.
I ain't listened to that shit in a while, but I definitely am going.
You know you gonna say something. I mean, the whole episode was, and then they put his picture on the artwork.
Hey, bro.
So-
we done with Joe.
You know how that goes.
We ain't talking about nobody else's podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all got
Facts and
keep
facts.
facts.
Listen to what we gotta say. But that was interesting.
Nah.
But the business part of it.
But it was
I
needed-
think-
it was
I think
needed to talk
he,
about
he,
that.
he, Joe Budden really shed some light on what's important and what you're fighting for.
And we ain't signing no 360s over here, baby.
Depends on how much they figure it out. But how much? What's next subject?
Big
Yeah.
Sean.
Ain't
You see they tried to.
Ain't nobody here.
You see, I'm taking a nap. I wake up yesterday and seen Big Sean is over party trending, and basically they tried to cancel Big Sean because he recently did an interview and you know he used to date Naya Rivera, R.I.P., where she died at the lake a few months ago, basically. She
R.I.P.
drowned, yeah, and basically Big Sean. He did an interview where somebody asked him, you know, I don't fuck with you with this towards Naya Rivera, and he basically said that it wasn't a diss. They had already broke up. They was already cool on good terms. He played the song for her like everything was good. It wasn't ever an issue. You know, I think she even at one point she performed it on like Lip Sync Battle, the show.
I wouldn't know.
She performed it.
You never watched that?
Yeah, she.
I seen the lip sync vibe. I didn't. I
Yeah,
never
she
seen that one.
performed it. But for whatever reason, like the Glee fans was on 10 trying to cancel him because then they asked Big Sean in an interview, did he regret making the song about her or whatever? And he was like, that's a hard thing for me to kind of answer. Like, you know, it's context to that. You know, like.
He was being politically correct. and shit.
Yeah, so he said
I'll say
basically,
it
he
for
said
him.
he wasn't
I'll
gonna
say
say
it for
nothing.
him.
He basically said he wasn't
Let
gonna
me
say
say it for
anything.
him.
Why would he?
No, he don't regret
was
that
probably
shit.
his biggest song at the time, and it's an anthem.
And if
Everybody
if it
has
wasn't-
breakups.
But if it was about
That song
her,
wasn't even that much. Like
But
even
yeah,
that song was
I
about
don't
me.
fuck with
It
you.
wasn't that hurtful. Like
I don't fuck with you.
I don't follow you.
He might have called her a stupid ass bitch, but
Like
when
the
you
song
mad at
is-
somebody, you might
hey,
call him a stupid.
it might be a little aggy because the song can be annoying as fuck. Like it could be immature as
No,
fuck.
that's not what they worried about. They worried
Yeah.
about.
It's just revisionist history.
Like damn,
Yeah.
you can't control. Oh, I
If y'all was
I
so
didn't know
mad,
she
why
was
y'all
gonna
would
die.
She had no
I ain't know
crystal
she was
ball.
gonna die through no
Yeah.
tragic. You know.
Why wasn't y'all
accident
mad
like
when
that.
I put the song out?
Where was this energy at?
I'm sure y'all was in the club dancing to it.
Y'all knew exactly who the hell I was talking about at that time.
That video, and that song was funny as fuck when that shit came out. Like, let's not act.
Unfortunate how it happened, but
Yeah.
that ain't really.
Even
happened.
his response, he just said he don't know how he
And
feel
he
about
kept
that
it
song.
cool.
Yeah.
People gonna get mad. Can't cancel the cancel culture.
That's what they said.
Yeah. Also, so that started a little thought. It's a lot of. It's 3 albums dropping on Friday. Big Sean, he's dropping.
Detroit too.
69 is dropping.
Who?
69, and Lil Durk. And Lil Durk and 6ix9ine have had like a little battle. Like I don't know what they got going on. They both capping.
One episode not talking about it.
Yeah.
man.
So what I'm saying is,
Chicago.
who? It's not even necessarily about that though.
Okay.
My question is,
He trolled his cousin.
who do y'all think is gonna sell the most?
Duke, 6ix9ine, whatever y'all call him.
Hey,
I think-
you can't say don't be on the pod, don't talk to other podcasts and then use their terminology.
It's lit.
I think Tekashi's gonna sell the most the first week, and then he's gonna drop off.
But how many of them?
I'm going Big Sean.
You think he's gonna sell 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
Nah.
I think 6ix9ine right now is the one on pre-order.
And I'm not even saying it based off of
He's like, oh, man.
real sales.
Is that feelings or her logic?
Nah,
I feel like the
hold
label,
on, I'm gonna tell you why.
the label
Go ahead.
gonna make sure he get those sales.
And the people back in 6ix9ine gonna make sure you get them sales.
That's what I'm talking about. Is
Oh,
6ix9ine.
I think
His label is gonna make sure.
So
If they
Big
really-
Sean for one hasn't dropped music in a long time, so that's automatically gonna
help
get
him.
this is gonna help him. Do I need to name this nigga's features on this album?
I don't.
He got the track list. I think it does matter,
They
dog.
don't.
Hey, before you do that, before you name it,
He got some
who's
big
been,
names
Who's
on here,
been
bro.
promoting more? Who's been promoting the most
I mean, you can say both of them been promoting around the same amount of time.
as far as Big
The
Sean
albums.
and 6ix9ine?
Yeah, because both of them really have been promoting. His 6ix9ine just told everybody what the name of the album's gonna be. He just put out when he went to LA, then he went to Chicago,
Oh, that's
now he's back in
promotion.
LA. No, I'm saying it's been like 2 weeks.
Hey.
Big Sean,
The numbers
it's
ain't
been
even
like
gonna-
2 weeks.
the
No,
number-
I'm just answering the
The
question.
numbers ain't gonna be close.
Listen,
And that's my point.
The
I'm
numbers
just
are
answering
not
the
gonna-
question.
What we all can agree on is Lil Durk will be third.
Yes.
That's
I don't know, man.
He might have the second hardest one out of.
Listen to this track list. You got Nip, you got Post Malone, Ty Dolla $ign, Janae, Anderson .Paak, Young Thug, Hit Boy, Travis Scott, Diddy, 2088, so him and Janae again, Erykah Badu, Lil Wayne. He got a Detroit track with T Grizzly, Cash Doll, Cash Kid, Payroll 42 Doug,
Can't wait.
Sada Baby, Royce da 5'9", Eminem.
Oh shit.
He got Stevie Wonder and Don Kennedy.
That's the first album I'm going to, but that's not
I'm
gonna
saying-
sell more than.
I don't think that
All
track
I'm
list
saying is, I think that track list does help. When you put that track list
What
out,
does help me?
You really think
It
that's
changes
gonna?
it.
I think
Help
that
can
when
be-
you put the track
I got
list
blown
out
out.
on
I got
today,
blown out of the list.
when you put that track list out today, it makes people be like, you know what? I'm definitely going to listen to that.
There's
on
gonna be
Friday.
a 20,000 difference.
Because you gotta understand this too.
6ix9ine.
Okay, so you gotta understand this
No
too.
debating.
I think Big
First
Sean will do more
Second week,
physical
Sean.
sales. Listen.
I'm
You
listening.
gotta think about this. 6ix9ine, people aren't gonna buy 6ix9ine's album. They're pre-ordering it. They might pre-order. He's gonna do well with pre-orders, but as far as people buying it versus streaming, and streams don't count for the amount of sales, like physically.
So what are we asking?
So what I'm saying is, I think Big Sean has
More or
fans. Big
period?
Sean has more fans that are gonna buy the album, that are gonna account for more sales than 6ix9ine.
You're talking about somebody where their label is trying to pay a nigga to keep the trolling going.
Listen,
They
but we
gon-
don't
they
know how
gon-
true that is. That seems like cap. That I feel like that whole thing was cap for one. Why would he pay? Why would anybody pay? And I don't want to keep talking about that part, but too much. But why would you pay $3 million to Lil Durk to troll?
Nigga.
He doesn't need Lil Durk to sell his records.
No,
He doesn't
but
need
the
Lil Durk.
trolling is gonna.
When he can go to any city for free and keep doing what he's doing, or he can get
But
online.
the niggas have an album coming
That's
out the
cap.
same day.
Lil Durk
The
couldn't
same-
even say who it was. He said, "I'm not gonna say anybody's name."
I lean toward more Brandon. They have an album coming out the same day. They're in competition.
There's-
But
trolling-
I'm saying $3
that's a-
million. You think they're gonna pay him
Nigga,
$3
do you know how
million?
much
They might be flexing out the number.
You know how
I
much
just
the
don't
label's
believe
making
that's
out this
real.
nigga?
I think this. Like I said,
Big Sean's gonna have
like I
the best
said,
out the
Big
three.
Sean's gonna sell. He's gonna sell more physical copies, and that means more than you being on YouTube. Now, do I think Big Sean can lose?
Why does
that?
that mean
Yes.
more?
Because you gotta have I think they said 10,000 streams equal one album sold.
And I still think.
Wait,
he's gonna win
wait.
that
Hold
shit.
on. Let me ask this question. You think Big Sean gonna sell him?
I think he can. Yeah, I think he will. I'll
What's your
lean towards
guess?
him.
Can we
Yeah.
make a bet?
You wanna make a
I
friendly
mean,
bet?
it's not really. I don't want. The only
Friendly
reason.
wager.
The
You
only
wanna make
reason.
a facts and cap bet?
20 push-ups.
20.
20 push-ups.
On camera, next episode.
Bet.
No, not next
It's
episode.
between
But the
Brandon
episode
and
after
Justin.
that.
Yeah, whatever episode it come out.
I don't subscribe to this Fast and Cat, but
Listen to this nigga.
It's a wager.
Because I'm not saying that he can't
That's Friday
lose. I'm not saying he can't lose. Do I think that
No, but
69 can definitely win? Yeah, but if I'm picking, I'm gonna pick Big Sean just because you can actually his shit's gonna count higher.
we all agree Lil Durk's third.
Yes.
But it won't be trash. I think it's gonna be good.
His shit'll be the second best. It's gonna be Big Sean, then it'll be him, then
I agree.
yeah. I mean, I'm not listening to that shit, so y'all can let me know how that go.
Who, Dirk?
No,
Nah.
69.
Somebody tell us.
Somebody on the podcast told us.
Not me.
Prayers up for everybody in that Louisiana area where Hurricane
I was tripping because they were talking about something. It was supposed to be bigger than Katrina.
Yeah, they said it was unlivable at one point.
And I got a brother, shout out Yannick, live in Houston. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, get out of there,
Yeah.
But it ended up not being.
It ended up being like a
tropical
category
storm.
1 or something like that.
So,
it
but
still tore that shit up.
Still
But
got cost some death, so
yeah.
yeah, I'll be safe with these hurricanes, man.
Yeah, man. That's something I don't know nothing about. I ain't grew up around no coastal area, like, so, I can't tell people what to do, but all I say is,
Just try to be
you
safe.
know, if you're living in that area, be safe, evacuate.
Do what you gotta do.
If you can help people out, donate, whatever you can do that.
Do what you gotta do.
So, prayers out to everybody affected by Hurricane Laura. The NBA boycott happened last week too.
How'd y'all feel about that, man? What's y'all opinion? So, it was because we gonna do the Kenosha first, or?
Yeah, we'll start with Kenosha. Go ahead, you start with Kenosha.
So,
And then just tell the whole thing, how it ended up being an NBA protest.
So for the Kenosha, apparently there was a 17-year-old white kid. He got a gun, an AR, a rifle from his mother. And he drove across state lines, and was trying to protect businesses. And he shot.
4 protesters, killed 2 of them.
He shot for 3 or 4.
I think it was 4.
Niggas making a big deal. They talk about across state lines. It's only 15 minutes. It
Don't matter. That's
It's
2 different
still-
laws.
2 laws different state lines. Where he shot.
That's a federal offense.
Killed 2
Yeah.
people and injured at least 1. But it was crazy in the video, right? Whether it was self-defense, whatever it was, he had a gun and he was walking away. You could hear the people screaming, "Dad, he did it! He
just
killed the
shot
killers!"
him.
Police responded. It was him, and they're like, "Yeah." They told him to get up the street, and he was allowed to drive home
Yeah,
and turn himself in the next day.
yeah.
So people be like,
This is what
What
we're
we
fighting
voted
for. Yeah.
"You honestly believe
That's
a
the
black
whole
man
point, right?
by himself had an AR and white people were screaming, he just killed somebody."
And
That
he's
was
17. He
He
doesn't
didn't
look.
even have to say that.
He's a kid with a gun. Nobody even stopped to be like, "Can I see your ID and let me see your carrying permit? How old are you?" The police is letting a 17-year-old white boy walk around with an AR-15 in the streets and didn't think to question him. Whereas another man is walking to his car full of kids and they shoot him in the back
Because
he's
they think he
unarmed.
has a knife.
And they look at the car and you're like, "Well, he
And
has
this
a
was
knife in the
response
car."
to, what's my man name got
Jacob
shot?
Blake.
Jacob Blake got shot 7 times in
Oh,
the back.
he gets shot in the back.
So, NBA sees that. Playoffs is the next day. Milwaukee Bucks, this happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They decide to.
Well, this is at the bubble, but yeah, happened in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it happened in
They're at the
Wisconsin.
bubble.
They're in the bubble, Milwaukee Bucks. They decide to protest the game. They don't play. And the rest of the NBA follows suit.
Where the drama with the NBA, the drama behind the boycott, was that Milwaukee didn't talk to anybody.
They talked about
That's a
themselves.
boycott.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying they didn't talk to any other players, and because the players, they wanted to be okay. So basically, whatever that caused drama. There was votes on should we continue, should we not. They said, like the Lakers and the Clippers didn't want to even continue the season. Like LeBron walked out.
There was a lot of stories.
The next
going on,
day-
conflicting interests.
Yeah, about 12 hours. About 12 hours later,
never know that.
they
You'll
talked.
never know whether it's true or not.
So from what I'm hearing, that they said that where the other players were mad is kind of like, one, y'all make that decision. Y'all should make that. We should be a united front. So you should let everybody else know That way, if we do boycott, we can have a plan as to what we're boycotting for. Like what we're boycotting against. What are our demands? What is our plan? That's what I heard that LeBron was upset about. Because they said LeBron spoke with Obama. Trying to seek advice. Like I guess he just wanted to talk to some people. So basically, that's what he was mad about. That the Bucks didn't involve anybody else in the plan. Like they just basically was like, we ain't doing it.
It's like some shit happened to you personally, right? That shit gonna hit home to you. Technically, that's their home.
That's their home.
So however they choose to react, that's on them. That's their home. At that point, they represent. They're not thinking about the NBA. They're not thinking about any of that shit except for them and the city that they rep. I mean, the state that they rep. Now I get when you really think about it. Yes, they all could have came together and did it together, and it would have looked more united. But they don't know that nigga, the game about to start. Shit just this shit comes up.
It happened the day before. But it happened the day before because remember the Celtics were thinking about doing it too, and they talked with the other team and they discussed not to do it. Yeah.
But
so the next day,
it's like, bro, if that happens,
listen, I get it.
Home,
I get it. I get
like,
it.
You got the right to make that decision. And if everybody gonna follow suit, then we follow suit. If not,
listen. But you gotta think about it like this. You are doing this when people are It's not like it's just like if this was just in like they were playing in Milwaukee. Yeah, I get that. But you got people who making other sacrifices too. That's coming down to this bubble, and y'all.
That's the point I want to make.
Yeah,
it's one game.
But
you don't know how many more games it'll be. But
I'm gonna
at that point,
let me finish. If we already discussed, there was our discussion. Are we coming to this bubble or not? Right? And everybody voted to come to this bubble. We made choices. We made sacrifices to go to this bubble. We get to the bubble, this happens. My thing is, you gotta look at it. I get maybe you're too emotional to play basketball. All people are saying we want a heads up. Like if y'all are if you're not gonna give us can I finish? Basically, if they're saying
the same shit though, bro. Y'all go ahead.
All I'm saying is, bro, you gotta understand when you boycott and you make these emotional decisions, other people are gonna suffer from it. So one, if this is what we agreed to do, we could talk, and then like basically they're saying like we could go if we're gonna talk to owners, we can come as a unified front because basically if you look at it now, the next time that this happens, these owners are gonna laugh them out of the room. Like these niggas don't know what they want. Look at them; they can't even be together right now.
All right, let me interject. First,
that's how I look at it.
I feel more towards Brandon as far as. Well, let me ask you, Brandon. You saying they don't owe who an explanation?
I'm saying they're going off of the initial reaction. The only people I would have been like, hey, look, y'all got this game tonight. We count that as a dub for you. We sitting this out. We protested. We don't agree with what's going on. We need to come.
But you see what you just did? That's exactly what I'm saying.
If let me finish. If they're gonna tell the other team, hey, we ain't coming out. But really, they didn't even have to do that.
So I just to get on that point, like, why?
You get the game, you win. It's not like I'm saying, we pack it up and we leave for the bubble.
The whole point of the bubble, it wasn't like just the NBA. It was both. It was simultaneously. Adam Silver, owners, everybody's on the same goal. Everybody wants to be on the same page. Let me finish. They want to be on the same page. We'll play basketball and address social issues simultaneously, right?
Yes.
So we're all on the same page. We all voted. So if something happens, NBA, Adam Silver, the executives, they're not saying we're gonna force you to not play. They're saying let us know so we can prepare for financial other stuff because it has other ramifications.
You can hit the players union president. You can hit Chris Paul.
So they could be a united front if anything. Because what happened was Milwaukee Bucks didn't let nobody know, and now everybody's like, "What's going on? We're gonna play." The other players are like, "What's going on? We're gonna play." So it kind of
It
kind of left the players feel like they're not together.
The team together.
The team's together.
That's what's.
So
I don't play basketball with every team that's in there. You're in here for your team.
So let me ask you a question.
That's not what it's about.
You don't think that's stronger with numbers? As the one united front, the NBA?
I'm not saying they're gonna sit out the rest of the shit. If
They didn't
if
know
it
how long they were
happens-
gonna sit out.
Bro,
Bro,
think
can
about,
they sit down and get their thoughts together? Can they
think
talk?
of, okay, but you could have. That's what we're saying.
They
Like,
did that amongst themselves. They couldn't do that with at least one representative from another
They
team.
were still in the
They
locker
coulda hit
room
the
talking
president-
before the game started.
well, then they should have had that meeting.
They were
this
still
morning.
on the
They shoulda
phone.
had-
They was on the phone with
So
folks.
listen. So
So you telling their timing was off? Maybe they couldn't get in touch with the folks. as quickly
I just think
as
there's
they
You
ramifications.
live in the
for
bubble,
their
bro.
actions.
You could talk to
That's all
you
I'm
can talk to
saying.
somebody. Because I'm saying, in hindsight, look how it made people look, and the rumors that were starting just because of the protest. It was very dramatic. Like, look how they made. Like, think about how they made LeBron look. And it wasn't even LeBron didn't even do that wrong. They like, oh, he's storming out the room. He's da 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 because of all the speculation. Like, it was just, to me, it was just very unorganized. And you have to come organized in this type of thing. We know you're emotional. We get it. If you feel like you can't play, that's fine. You could have let somebody know. You have. This is what they tell you that the Chris Paul. This is Chris Paul's job for you to call niggas like him.
All I'm saying
Players Association.
is that there's
That's what they're here for.
there's ramifications from that because now you're alienating your allies when you do that.
Exactly.
At this point, let's say the bubble ain't there. All I got is my team. I'm worried about my team. So they're there.
You like
it's their
adding shit, boy.
But I'm saying it's still
What
that's
do you
what
want me to say
that's
to
what
that,
they've
right?
known.
You.
So I get what y'all mean making a big.
I'm just
picture,
saying
but
you can't
they
add
haven't
hypotheticals that ain't.
They
there.
haven't got to that point where they were ready to talk to everybody. They need to get it. Maybe they didn't have the whole team clear cut on a decision.
I don't know.
Maybe
if I
they're
agree
still
with you,
sitting
bro,
in there
with that one.
and arguing
I don't know if I
about
agree
it.
with
Are
you,
they still talking about it? They're trying to find.
I don't know if I agree with that one, bro. Because it's like you're alienating your allies. Because
Yeah.
now NBA is in. Because at the end of the day, it's still business.
Nigga, I'm 4 foot in the game.
It's still
Fuck
business.
it.
They still have corporations and sponsorships. ESPN, TNT still paying them for them. Now
Get
it's no
the
game.
business side of it.
It's more than
You,
that though.
it's like you going
standing
to. It's like you having a job. It's like you having a job, and y'all agree on that. We doing this for this amount of money, and then just one person goes off to him and goes, "No, I need this.
I need this.
I need."
something
Damn.
happens. Something happens, and you go off and like this. Now everybody's like, "Fuck, we gotta."
Yeah, now
It's
it's like, damn, do we agree with
You
this?
see
nigga?
that
Do we
point?
help
That's
this
a great
nigga out?
example.
Like, yeah.
Y'all boycotting, y'all striking. Everybody's in agreements. Something happens, and then one person out of that group says, "No,
Fuck it, I'm going to work.
I'm not going to work. We need more. We need something else.
We gonna quit.
We gonna quit." And then we leave y'all alone. We have to support y'all. It's like, damn, let us know so we can support you better.
All I'm saying was one game.
But it matters.
One game.
That matters. One game matters.
All right,
Yeah, we gonna have
let's
to
just.
do this.
But to go back to your point real quick,
Yeah.
you saying as far as the owners, I think it did help because voting in the arenas, it brings.
Well, they was already doing that too. That's another thing. Maybe not everywhere, but they was already doing that right there at State Farm Arena. They was already doing that.
Atlanta, but now they're doing it more
Listen,
arenas. There's other.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
There's other stuff
But just
that
think about having to think about that type of shit in 12 hours versus, everybody let's take
See,
one
that's
day
what
off
I agree with
everybody.
Brandon. That was a more of an emotional decision,
Yeah.
and you can't control that.
No, but see, I never said they were wrong for not even wanting to play.
Next time if it does it,
It's just
communicate.
ways to go about it. That's
I
my
mean,
problem.
At the end of the day, nigga,
Like,
this is my
he's-
team.
Yeah, but
It's all
look,
about
we
the
get
team.
that. We get that. We get that. But we're saying is all you have to do is make a phone call.
You can keep going to that. They're players. So you say it's about the team. What if Giannis said I'm not playing? What if George Hill said I'm not playing?
Yeah.
And he didn't tell nobody. It's just
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
myself. I'm a
That's
black
wrong.
man.
That's wrong.
That's
Why-
just a
why
bigger
is that
scale.
wrong?
That's the same
It's
thing.
not wrong.
It's
It's
not,
the same
Bro,
thing.
You're a
that's
team.
the same thing
If
on a
you're-
bigger
They're a
scale.
league.
They're a league,
They're a
bro.
league.
It's the same thing. just
However
on
you
a
want
bigger
to quantify it, they're a league. They're a
They're
player
all a team.
coalition. They're all a team. They're black. Whatever you want to quantify.
They literally have a players like union for
They have a
this,
union
bro.
for that.
Alright.
The
You know what I'm
union,
saying?
the union fights to get you.
We
what
still
they're
gonna
trying
agree to
get.
disagree on
You
it.
think a team
Nah, he being
more?
stubborn. He being stubborn.
I'm
He
not. I feel like
You
every
think-
team
I
I've
just
ever
want to
been
be
on,
clear.
if a decision is made in this team, fuck it, that's what we're doing as a team.
I get you. As a team, you don't think the player coalition is a team or the players union is a team?
They're here for the players. Y'all voted these
They
people
vote-
in.
It
That's all I'm
happens.
asking you.
It happens, yes. But the first rule of it is the team. Once I
What
get
about yourself? The first rule is not you.
my decision, the team decision, then whatever hell they got.
So if George Hill is just like, yo, I can't do it. I'm too emotional to play. This is really cutting me deep.
Alright, that's your
and he tells that to the team, and the team go out and play.
At that point, hey bro, I support you. I hear what you're saying. I'm not gonna be mad at you for not playing. We're gonna go out here and play this game if that's how I feel. But if we come together and we vote as a team, whether I agree or disagree, if the vote was 6-5, nigga, I'm sitting out.
I just think teams you're limited to yourself by saying team. It's affiliation at the end of the day, and there's all kinds of affiliation.
I don't care, nigga. Say we in a network, we got a deal.
You over here?
I'm taking y'all side versus anybody. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, if this is my team, this is who I'm riding with.
Yeah,
What if
regardless,
what if we're a part of a different team?
Let's say that we're all QC. We all QC.
But then you got Migos, then you got 4PF. Well,
This is great. This is when everybody's on good terms. So
QC
Migos, 4PF,
is
City
team.
Girls, Yachty, like they're all like your team as Quavo is the Migos,
Alright.
but the league is QC.
Okay.
So
And y'all feel like I'm money
You
short,
feel like
and y'all say
everybody
we ain't
needs to
performing tonight. We ain't performing tonight. We ain't
But
got
you're not gonna talk to.
but you're gonna talk to them,
4PF,
right?
you're not gonna
You're
talk
not
to
gonna
City
tell.
Girls?
You're not just gonna make.
Y'all a team too.
You gonna talk to 4PF.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna
That's
talk-
how we looking at it. It's more than just
You gonna call P on the phone.
Because
You
then you can keep, if you want to break up that, you can keep breaking it up.
Because think
Take
about
off.
it. The higher you go up, the more you gotta be unified. So think about it. If you want to talk to P about the mistreatment of QC, you gonna get the 4PF. You gonna get City Girls. You gonna get everybody.
You gonna call Jose Guapo.
Yeah, you gonna get everybody on the same accord, correct? Then y'all gonna go to P.
I mean, Jack, to his point, you don't. It's basically united front. If the Milwaukee Bucks do something by themselves, even if it's most decision, their end goal. What's the end goal?
Let me tell you the same thing, and I'm
What's the end goal?
about to bring both of these together.
What's the end goal? You don't think the end goal would be better if they had the support with the other teammates?
At this point right now, I'm worried about Wisconsin. Do that shit right now, I'm worried about the Migos.
The end goal. You didn't answer my question. You could be worried about Wisconsin. Is your plight not better if you have the support?
What's gonna
And
affect
this
Wisconsin?
reaction,
Hey, what's
if I'm
gonna?
gonna sit out this
What's going-
one game, this one concert, until we can figure out how to come
I'm
together.
gonna ask you this
You
one
make it
question.
seem like it's impossible for them
I'm
to
gonna ask
call.
you this one question. I'm gonna
If
ask
they
you.
had a meeting, Milwaukee Bucks had a meeting, they were talking.
between the team.
They couldn't make a phone call once they made their decision.
Bro, we
And
spend
if-
way too much.
No, let me ask you one more-
My stance is what it is.
Okay, let me ask you one more question, and then we'll get on. What does more for Wisconsin? The Bucks just not playing, or the whole league not playing?
It's basically what I said.
But y'all,
No.
reaction. It's reaction.
No,
And
you're not
until-
answering the question.
until
You're avoiding the question. What means better for Wisconsin?
the Bucks not
The
playing.
Bucks not
Why?
playing, or the whole league not
The
playing?
Bucks not playing because it's about them.
No. Okay.
We gonna agree with this, man.
All right. So
I mean, I feel what you're saying.
I get the bigger picture of what y'all said does make a bigger effort and everything together.
Dreams is
But
communication.
initially, like for it just to happen,
Because it wasn't
That's where I'm
like
different.
it wasn't a split decision. They were in a meeting. They were talking. They had the common sense to do that, but not to inform nobody else.
but you gotta make sure the team is good first
They could've
before you
said-
can go outside and start talking to other folks. That's what I'm saying. That's not what you said. They had meetings. You're talking about the team.
Milwaukee Bucks had a team meeting.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Until that meeting is good and they're set on a.
They made a decision. They wasn't gonna play, and they didn't tell nobody.
This sounds like this
Terry
shit
Crews in
happening
Magic City.
about- Now we go to
Terry Crews in Magic City.
Alright.
So they're in
Moon
the,
of the year.
they're in the protest. He's
I feel
put
good.
out a random ass tweet. You know the coon he is, and he said, "Boycott Magic City."
Niggas said, and white chicks, Terry Crews played himself.
For real though. I didn't get that. And then he came back and compared, like he tried to apologize, but he's like, we have a struggle in the U.S. with sex trafficking and blah 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 blah. And it's like, nigga, that's not sex trafficking.
So I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna be fake in this scenario. If I'm being objective, we do have a huge problem with sex trafficking, especially in Atlanta, right? Right?
Shout out
We
to-
agreed that? I didn't say anything.
Shout out to them police
I
that
didn't say
found
anything
all
about
the
every
girls.
city.
Go
I
ahead.
said
Go ahead.
we have a huge problem with sex trafficking in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about sex trafficking, where does that? What's a derivative from that? right? What comes from that? Like what sexual work. You have prostitution.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you where
I
that
got
argument is flawed.
Are you making like the strippers and the sex stuff? I missed something there.
He's saying that it does come. He's saying that
I
it
didn't
comes
even
out of
get
the
into
strip
my
club.
bag.
Go ahead.
I didn't get into my bag yet. But y'all got a response on here.
Get into your bag. Get into your bag.
Are you guys saying that strippers are not more likely to be involved in sex work?
I would say no. I say the kids are.
All right, if we just gonna read this.
Because they just found 39 kids in a trailer in Georgia.
Okay, but you
don't see 39 adult women like that, like just being found.
What do you know about sex trafficking? Like where,
I'm saying you don't see shit like that every day, like in the news.
You don't see
as much as you see about kids. I feel like I see more kids missing than I see.
I ain't got
adult
facts.
women missing.
That just popped up, and that was major.
And even with that,
bigger sex work.
What I'm saying is,
You've been watching P Valley, huh?
no, I don't know what that is. What I'm saying is that I'm not gonna ignore the fact that strippers involve themselves in sex work.
I'm gonna tell you where you missed the whole point, though.
And then when
sex trafficking, not sex work.
What do you think?
Listen.
Deals with.
I'm gonna say this.
Trafficking and sex work is two different things.
That's synonymous.
Sex work is something you want to do when you make the money and you're doing it willingly. Trafficking, nigga, you done got kidnapped and.
All right, so
somebody's making you do
it.
I get that. All right, so where do you think they were trying to?
Yes, the strip club is a common place. It's probably one of the major factors. Yes.
And with that,
so let
I'm
me
not
tell
gonna
you where.
ignore that.
No. I'm gonna tell you.
I just want to finish before y'all talk about the Terry Crews part. I feel like his timing was off, for one, for make that point, and I feel like. Go ahead, Justin. I know you want to
finish that shit.
Go ahead.
I'm watching this. Go ahead, interject. Go ahead.
You can't look at that nigga.
It sounded like a cover up. It sounded like a cover up to me. His first shit was boycott Magic City.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they get on his ass, he goes, "Oh no, I'm really just talking about sex trafficking." Like to me, it just sounds like a cover up to cover up the fact that you sounded stupid as fuck. Like you, because where was sex trafficking in Magic City? Or why didn't he say there's sex trafficking in Magic City? Or like, why Magic City? It sounds like a bullshit ass statement that he covered up to talk about sex trafficking, because sex trafficking, people are going to give you less heat for talking about sex trafficking.
He was going to get the wings.
If he had some supporting details for why he felt Magic City, that's what I'm trying to say. There's people who do. Maybe not Magic City specifically, right? And that's why I don't agree with Terry Crews. Fuck Terry Crews. He's boom. I don't want to misconstrue that. I just want to say that conversation about strip club and sex trafficking shouldn't be dismissed.
Yeah, but he don't get no points from me. That's all I'm saying. He don't get no points. Even after saying that, it's no points.
Am I tripping for saying that?
I think everybody knows sex trafficking is bad.
Am I tripping for saying that? I love strip club.
I'm laughing because I'm like, yo, if Follies was open, he wouldn't have none of these problems right now.
I'm just saying this. I just feel like
R.I.P. Follies, bro. But like, I'm just saying, I'm not gonna pretend.
Sex trafficking. I feel like
come from somewhere.
No, I'm saying it's easy to. I mean, I think everybody knows sex trafficking is bad. Everybody knows that sex trafficking happens at places where sex workers work. We know that. That's why it's easy for you to change the narrative.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So I don't give a fuck what Terry Crews is saying about.
I didn't want to make it look like I was lying to myself with Magic
No, what you're saying.
I don't even have anything to say about Magic City. I've never even been to Magic City. But shout out to their winnings, I heard. But I just want to say, like,
lemon pepper.
The idea of the strip club dismissing sex trafficking is irresponsible. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through 3 more quick things. First, let me just send a congratulations to Tyler Perry, who is now a billionaire.
What's better than $1 billionaire?
2.
Alright.
Yeah, man. So, shout out to him. Damn, I thought I had screenshotted it. Oh, yeah, I did. I guess they say that he got $320 million.
What's better than $1
from his movies?
Black billionaire.
Yeah, they're basically showing his worth. And $320 million in just shows, TV, plays. You know, he owns 100% of his content. $300 million in cash and investments.
Tell Charmaine that.
$280 million for Tyler Perry Studios, which sits on 330 acres in Georgia. $60 million in his equity stake in BET Plus and the streaming service. and then 40 million in homes and toys.
Shouts out to Tyler Perry. I know a lot of people are tired of the Medea coolness shit, and I'm not mad at you,
That shit.
but
You don't like
you're
his style,
not.
that's
You
fine.
can't be mad at that and ignore how many black workers he employs, man.
Yeah.
How many black people he gives jobs to.
You been over to the studio?
Dude, I haven't seen it.
Hey, tell him there, but that shit is beautiful.
She was, I mean, it used to be an army base.
Shouts out
So
to you.
just think about that.
Black King for that.
Yeah, another black
Okay.
excellence. It's a city in it seems like I think it's in like Middle Georgia, it's close to Macon area,
Yeah.
where 19 black families have put their funds together in Toomsboro, Georgia, and bought over 90 acres of land. And they said it's going to be a safe space for black people. I guess they're trying to make it a city.
Hey,
I don't know how that works, but if they can pull it
if
off,
they can
that's
pull it
beautiful.
off and it works out good, hey, that's perfect.
I mean, it'll be small. It'll be a small ass city.
The story looks magical. Disney.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's more. We'll find out more. I want to hear
Yeah.
more detailed story because ideally that's beautiful. Of course we love it, but there's always a twist, shit
Yeah.
like that. So we'll see what happens.
In other excellence, Bella Thorne. It's a negative and a positive, but she ran that checkup. You know what I'm saying? She ran that checkup on one
Respect the
night.
hustle.
Yeah.
I was having a debate with this shit at work.
She fucked up the judge,
She fucked up the judge for the sexual
but
workers.
she did what she did.
What did she do? She advertised that she was starting an OnlyFans, like Cardi B did.
Yeah.
But Cardi B specified that she was only cleaning kitchen shit.
Yeah.
Like that. Apparently, Bella Thorne didn't say what she was gonna do. She just said it's OnlyFans. Everybody was buying it, trying to see what was up. She only showed like her shoulder or some dumb shit like that. And then niggas was mad. OnlyFans changed their policy. No more. They put a cap. They added a salary cap to shit. And now the sex workers is like, damn, you fucking up my money. I had my homie from Wisconsin. He was paying $1,000 to see my big toe.
Yeah.
Now I can only charge $200 for that.
Yeah.
He's fucking up my money.
You can't charge no more than 50 now.
$50, whatever the money is. Bella Thorne made OnlyFans cap. Y'all have a problem? Facts or cap? She wrong for what she did.
Facts.
Explain.
Man, how you?
No, Cap.
Man, how you?
I'm gonna tell you why it's Cap. And then my boy,
Go ahead.
got your
Go
thoughts
ahead.
together.
Nah, I don't. But it's cap.
I'm gonna say it's not really that big of a deal
But
because
it's facts.
okay, it's
But
not
it's
like
Cap.
okay. So think about it. It's only an issue because she did it. Because when what's her name did that, Ruby Rose, she made 50 bands. She just not as big.
And that's
So-
50 bands.
bands.
That was my point.
So I think
Bands is
yeah.
cool.
No,
So,
look,
the money
I mean,
issue?
yeah.
Cause she popping, she can't do it. Everybody was doing it.
So look, everybody did it. It's
Everybody
just,
was doing
it's
it.
just
She was the biggest person to do it at the time.
when people started complaining and hitting up, probably hitting whoever worked headquarters or customer service or some shit.
I ain't ordered until $8,000.
Yeah, like oh, just niggas is haters, and they like, oh, she made too much money and she didn't even show a nipple. They paid for it too.
OnlyFans had to refund a lot of folks back their money.
So that's why they
Because
niggas is haters.
But she said it's gonna be a nude. Like
She said, okay, so from
I don't
what I heard,
know
I don't
if
think
she
she said it was
said
gonna be a
nude.
nude.
She just
Like she just
advertised.
finessed them.
No, after
From
she
what I
finessed
heard,
them,
she
she
said
said,
nude.
"Oh no news." I saw that on her Twitter yesterday. Actually, she said, "Oh no news." After she finessed them, I don't think she literally said news.
Hey man. I mean, if y'all,
it's a
they gonna
good
call her
one.
B Simone. They gonna call her B Simone.
I'm not mad at the hustle, but I do feel like she fucked it.
I can see why the workers have a gripe.
Yes.
I can see why the workers have a gripe. But if you're a worker and you've done the same thing, then you probably should shut the fuck up too. She just did the same thing. She just goddamn.
She got more clout.
Yeah, she just bigger. So, I mean,
that's why y'all gotta find the ones with the goddamn free 30-day subscription so you know what they really doing.
Yeah.
So I heard.
yeah, man, fuck that. Let's get this what's the scenario popping.
Hold on.
What?
No, we got one more.
I mean, if y'all want to talk about it, I just put ASAP Ferg. You know what I'm saying? ASAP Ferg, he was kicked out and then the ASAP mob because he made bad music or some shit allegedly.
That's how Ferg.
Nah, what I heard is the dude that kicked him out, ASAP,
Pills or some
Pills?
shit.
basically was text ASAP. He accused ASAP for stealing ideas from him. So Ferg would ask ideas from Ills, and Ills give him, and then he would not credit him, and he would do it. and it was just came from there, and it just started leading to
So
it.
ASAP Ferg is no longer ASAP.
That we don't know yet.
Well, today another member came out and said he's always gonna be ASAP. I really don't even give a fuck about ASAP. Period. Like he doesn't need them at this point anyway. So
He don't. He don't.
I mean,
really
it's just
use them.
the name will be kind of weird, like just saying Ferg. But
But my-
I'm gonna keep my
they
ASAP Ferg.
and they let what's my nigga name
The rapist.
the rapist nigga Bari. He's still fuck y'all niggas. I don't even be in that shit anyway. Y'all niggas will kick me out before you kick out a goddamn rapist.
So my thing is
Sexual
though,
abuser.
how do you feel about that group shit and somebody being able to kick you out? Like you said, is marketed by ASAP Ferg. That's how we know.
I mean, I think at this point he's bigger than the name ASAP though. Anyway, like they're not. It's not like they making mixtapes like that together. It's not like that. I mean, Ferg is probably the second biggest artist on there, and it's literally him and Rocky. Like if they just came out, then yeah. But you see, like even like Cordae, he took YBN out of his name. He's bigger than that YBN shit. Not that he got kicked out, but nigga, you're more known as Ferg than ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Like we know who Ferg is. Like the ASAP mob, that looks good. Like you know when you're on the grind, you see everybody wearing black and grills and for the culture. But they're to a point where it's like, okay, you could kick me out. It's probably not gonna hurt his fucking
I
feelings.
guess I'm just more of a group nigga. Like
Unless he probably just
I don't
wasn't
feel
friends.
like a nigga should be able to kick you out of a group. Like there should be
Yeah.
some paperwork involved. There should be some.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's just some shit they started in the street. So that's what I'm saying. That shit.
If that's the case, then no matter.
Yeah, like I don't think them niggas give a fuck. You
If
know what I'm
it's just
saying?
a-
Now if it's like contractually, then yeah, I think
If it's contractually,
I think if it's contractually,
you're not
if it's a
finna
contract, you can't just kick me
You're
out
not finna
anyway.
just kick me out. Like
Yeah.
you know, you gotta go to the court. Like what we
Yeah.
doing?
Like we
'Cause
said,
that's a IP. That's a LLC. You don't know what kind of marketing
Yeah.
name license he got with
Yeah.
ASAP Ferg. That's what I mean.
yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah,
why
if that's the
Cordae?
case, then yeah. But
I
if
can
they
feel
just
like he just left him his own. He just felt like them niggas was doing it for him,
Yeah.
or it is what it is. But ASAP,
he bigger than them. He Grammy nominated. I mean, I hate to say it, but sometimes you kind of hinder yourself if you still not necessarily associating with you going about some shit that's not moving nothing. That's what a lot of people think.
I don't know. I'm with more. I would.
Yeah.
If it was
I mean, I wish they all
detrimental.
could have got along, but I just don't think that. I just think like, wow, like what are you supposed to do? Go around and cry? Like, fuck.
Let me ask you. Okay, 100%. We heard about that first from YBN Namir. He said these niggas ain't repping for the gang, and he made out a statement. We don't know the conversation behind the scenes. You think Cordae handled it accordingly? Like, hey, listen, man, I just
Yeah,
want
I
to separate
think he
myself.
did because he didn't speak no ill about them.
But you
Even
think
when
he behind the
even
scenes? I doubt he did.
I mean, even when I'm saying he didn't speak, he didn't go to the fans and be like, I'm not fucking with. He didn't pull like the Joe Budden, like I'm not gonna be in YBN no more because of this. They mistreat me because of this. He
No,
didn't do
I
that.
agree. He didn't do that. But we don't know if he talked to both of them and said,
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know what happened behind his closed door, but when I'm saying how he handled it, I'm saying he handled it as far as like the public perception. He handled that correct. Like he took it off. He didn't tell nobody. He just took it off.
get your paperwork right.
Yeah. So let's get on to this. What's the scenario, man? First question. Matter of fact, you want to do that one? That's your question.
I don't remember what I said, bro.
All right, I'll read it. Your wife of 10 years finds out that she has HPV, warts. Those is warts, right?
General warts.
The most common sexual.
The most common that you can't get rid of.
Yeah. So she finds out. Now you've been with her for 10 years. She has HPV. She never has symptoms, but the cauliflower bumps just started showing, right? So she got a little bumpy road going on.
Okay.
She claims that she never cheated on you in these 10 years.
Okay.
In these 10 years, it must have just been dormant in her body.
Okay.
So you go and get tested. You're like, we're gonna be all right, babe. You go get tested, and they say, nigga, you ain't got shit. And I mean, y'all got like 3 kids together and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Are y'all done?
Go ahead, hon.
I think I wish I had some more to drink right now, but it depends on our relationship over this 10 years.
I'll speak on it.
If I've never in this 10 years had one doubt or a wonder of you cheating
You
on
got
me,
it down now.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause you gonna tell me, oh, I never cheated on you.
Uh-huh.
Now it's alright. First off, I need 48 hours. I'm getting me a room. No, you keep the house. Let me go to a room for a second. Let me think about it.
Okay.
Let me think of any time I ever wondered, maybe she did this, maybe she did that. If I can't logically pray to God and come up with something that you did, then we talk to doctors, we do a research, make sure our health is good. I ain't going nowhere. But if I have one little doubt, I'm gone.
So as long as you don't have a doubt
That it
And
happened while we were
together.
married. I ain't even gonna say
Married.
together, married.
then you're willing to work it out.
Yeah.
Justin?
Well, I'm gonna say this first. If they had kids, it's already proven that she's a fucking liar because they need to know this type of shit when they're delivering a baby. So like if you got something like that or you got like herpes, it'll be in your bloodstream. Like you can't
Test
give
it for
birth,
it.
so they need to know to give you a C-section or some shit.
What?
Unless she finessed that out of there, you know what I'm saying?
What if she didn't? The scenario is what she didn't know. I don't
And the
know.
test ain't
The test ain't show it.
Okay.
concerns.
I know. I'm just. That's just me being difficult.
Okay.
All right. So my real thing.
Get out the bag.
Yeah. My real thing is.
I agree with where he was going with that.
Yeah. My real.
Decline.
Yeah. My real thing is, to be honest with you, bro. You mean to tell me in 10 years you ain't seen nothing? You ain't had one outbreak. You ain't had one bump.
So with the scenario, the research was showing it's possible it could be dormant, man.
It really is.
It's possible it could be dormant.
We gonna have issues.
So you go, fuck all this. You going and you staying.
It's a wrap.
It's not 100% rap, but listen. I got one for y'all to
Wrap it up.
You better give me some answers, bitch. I need some answers, bitch.
Where'd you get it from?
Who's the last person you fucked with?
I don't remember.
I've been with you for 10 years. Shit, you're supposed to remember the.
Nah, you know. You know. Fuck that. You know who you got it from. That's the case.
No, she said she don't remember. It was
Yeah.
10 years. We was married, happy. I don't think about that no more. It just popped up. Wild ass bachelorette party.
I don't know. Listen, bro.
You was in Vegas?
Let me hear your answer. I gotta
Let's just
spin
take
off
some
first.
legal separation time and let me think more about it.
Damn, I said 48 hours. He said
No.
legal separation.
48 hours ain't enough.
That's
So,
for me to process and pray.
To be honest, my thing would be, what's the likelihood that I get it from having sex with you? You know what I'm saying? So if
You
we've been
married.
dormant and we've been doing it for that, and I can't get it. So that would be a big part. Because the doctor said if I have sex with her, unprotected or protected.
Question. Do you have to take pills for that?
Yeah. So apparently it's like when it flares up, I got this from a real life situation. When it flares up, they don't do it.
They don't do what?
They don't have any have sex. It's once it's
That's
not.
just like,
it's like
it's like
herpes.
herpes.
Yeah, once it's not flaring up. it's
So
under
my
control.
thing is, so if it can be dormant in your body for 10 years with no medicine?
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
So it's more like the contact once it flares up, it'll be more easy. You'll be more susceptible to get it. So if that was the case,
So as long as you don't see them cauliflower booty,
we
go ahead.
Every time no quickies, no unexpected. This shit got to be planned. If it can be controlled legally and we 10 years in, we just have to deal with it. But if there's any chance that I can get it, we're gonna have to come to some kind of arrangement. We're not having sex, so I gotta get my dick wet somewhere.
But I love you.
We can be married, but
But you got entanglements.
I got entanglements. We got to come up with some arrangement. That's how I
I
feel.
don't know,
I
bro.
don't even
That's
think you
tough.
can handle an entanglement, bro.
Why you say that?
You a good nigga, man. I don't see you doing it.
Alright.
Damn, I had somewhere I was going after he went. But go ahead. I
Here we go.
forgot.
It's time.
Oh, shit.
Jamila and Carl's, their first child is on the way or whatever, right?
With these names.
Jamila and Carl's.
How did Jamila?
Jamila and Carl. Yeah, I'll just be thinking of names now just to make y'all niggas. Alright, so Jamila and Carl, their first child is on the way. Fast forward 17 hours of hard and intense labor, and their baby girl has just arrived. Right? The doctor just gave Jamila the baby to hold for the first time. Immediately, Jamila's mom pulls out her phone to record Carl getting on one knee to propose at bedside. Carl feels this is the most special moment of their lives. Jamila is insulted and tells everyone to get the fuck out. Did she overreact?
Go ahead, amigo.
Ah!
The baby just came out.
She just got the
She-
baby.
she-
They just slapped the ass and handed it, dried her
That
off,
nigga
cleaned
tripping.
her up, handed it to
I
the
think a nigga tripping. I do. I think a nigga tripping. In that moment, if it's like that, you don't. Hormones going out of whack. You don't know how she feeling.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I think that nigga tripping from doing that. I do think she tripping for. I don't know. So I can't tell a chick how to act during that.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it was just bad timing from him.
Yeah.
She not tripping.
I agree, but I don't think she tripping.
I'm just tripping.
Only because I was like, damn, that's kind of harsh.
It's harsh. It's
But-
still harsh.
But
It's harsh.
Yeah,
But
it's
I'm
harsh.
just tripping.
But at the same time, if you watch the woman give childbirth, how exhausting it is.
Like that's not maybe
All
she
the
don't
stuff coming
wanna
out their
look
body.
like that. I've seen
She could be needing stitches cut up,
shitting on herself.
shitting, fucking just exhausted, like you said, and you decide that this is the best time, and you're recording it, mama.
Recording
So
it.
you knew about this shit.
Yeah, she's not tripping at all.
Like I just
It's
said,
hard.
this is an emotional moment. This should be a private moment for us.
Yeah.
Not for the not for the world or the rest of the family to see. It's like, yo, there's other times you can propose, bro. You proposing, like you as a man, you just like a nigga be like, make sure you send your girl to go get her nails done before you propose. Like a girl wants to look good. Like, don't get me wrong, you may think that she looks beautiful in this moment. We just had a baby, la la la. But this is not the moment that she's looking forward to. To be on camera after she's 3 minutes removed from pushing a human being
That nigga
out of
tripping.
her. Yeah, so
He didn't think that one through.
yeah, but I seen this. I said that because I seen it on the Shade Room, and I seen like 2 other videos people doing that, like they trying to make that a trend or some shit.
I mean, you're the most beautiful, you're the most pure. Go ahead, Alan.
Man, y'all niggas crazy. That's a very special moment. And if a nigga choose, that's when he wants to do it. And he makes sure her nails are done. 9 till out of 10, a girl know about the time she's supposed to go in labor. If everything goes as planned, her nails are done, her hair already done.
Bro, she in labor.
Can I finish?
She in labor, my nigga.
This is the happiest moment of their life. They just got this kid. I want to propose but I want to do it in front of my kid. I want to wait for my kid to be here. As long as he word it, and make it all go together.
Brandon, you don't believe what you saying.
I do. How you gonna
I
tell
don't think like you believe that. I know for a fact.
This is not what
Brandon, you are a very
I'm not saying.
Brandon, you a very thoughtful person. Like you not a nigga that's going. You know the appropriate time to do. That is not the proper time to do some shit.
But
like
I
that.
can see if a nigga want to do it then.
Then you know
his
it's like you
feelings
keep
in
saying
there.
I. And that's what he want to do. I want to do. I want to do. Nigga, she just gave birth to your child. She
Right,
pushed
so
the
he
human
wants
out.
all of this to make it a legitimate union at this point. Like, baby, look, you had our kid. I love you. I'm for real. I'm gonna put this ring on your finger. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing?
There's nothing.
Push! Will you marry me?
I don't need all the sound effects, but no. But what I'm saying is,
That's
all
the
right.
dumbest shit I ever heard.
What I'm saying is, would that be my choice to do it? No.
I can't
But
get
if
this
we
shit.
have
Even
all,
you saying there's nothing wrong with it is crazy.
there's nothing wrong with it. If
Bro,
They
she
have
can still
already-
be high off her fucking epidural, bro. And you propose it, like, think about what kind of state she's in. You talk about
If y'all
there's
have
nothing
already-
wrong,
if y'all
because
have-
he feels like it's the perfect moment.
I'm saying-
he wants it to be like, this is the moment of our union.
If y'all,
Nigga, you
if y'all
should-
have already talked about getting married,
Uh-huh.
if y'all have already looked at rings,
Uh-huh.
and she knows the day is coming, she don't know when.
Uh-huh.
He feels like, oh, this is the perfect moment. Our kids being born.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He's tripping.
Once again, agree to disagree, but I don't think. Now, if this is just a surprise thing and they've never talked about getting married and he just does it, it's like, whoa, nigga, you putting a lot on my plate. We ain't even talked about getting married before. We just having a kid.
It's nothing to do. They could be willing. She ready to get married.
Nigga, imagine
Not
you
there.
just-
Not
Imagine you
proposed
just
there.
had something equivalent in pain. Like, say you just had a surgery that saved your life. So she's, and then somebody, is recording you about some shit that like, yo, I appreciate it, but this is kind of irrelevant to the moment right now.
Recording's going anywhere.
Nigga, if she pulling out a phone, that's to show other people too. That's gonna be shown to other people.
That's when
You don't think that's going on Facebook?
Right.
You don't think that that's going to family or sent to family members?
As soon as the tape goes,
Let
all
me ask you
right,
this.
look, don't do that. Cut.
So no
Don't-
tape. So something wrong with it already. You can't tape it.
No, I'm saying the tape, but I want the tape to stay between
You think
everybody.
most
that's in this
girls
room.
want to be?
Recorded in the
Recorded in
moment.
that
Nigga, do you know how special that moment is?
Bro, I have a wild homeboy who recorded. He took a picture of his girl giving birth, and she was livid because she looked crazy. She's drugged up, having birth, and she's not even in that moment. Like she's trying to enjoy the child.
Yeah,
Not,
I gotta
not
worry about
celebrate
you.
something else. You talking about
You making and then you making that moment that we're bringing a child in the world kind of
About us, our family.
No, it's about the child. This is my child's birthday.
That's,
And now we just became a family, bro.
I think that's
Why
one
don't y'all
of-
get that?
overthunk that idea. Like, ooh, it's gonna kill it. It just did.
Hey, if y'all think that what Brandon is saying is just so horribly wrong,
Comment.
comment and say and just put a thumbs down. If you
Not on the
think,
likes, but in the just
put a
comment.
thumbs down if you don't agree and put a thumbs up if you agree in the YouTube comments. And let us know.
Cause I'm
Best believe I'm making that a
We're
clip.
just gonna agree to disagree.
we gonna have to, bro.
Common theme this episode.
Comment.
That's probably the name of the episode. Agree to
Agree to
disagree. Alright, so the last one. Be married man.
Yep.
Your best friend's wife is also best friends with your wife. So y'all all best friends, right?
Say it again one more time.
You are married.
Mm-hmm.
Your best friend,
Okay.
his wife, is best friends with your wife. So
And-
all y'all are best friends,
Okay.
right? So one day your wife comes home and tells you that your friend's wife confided in her and said that she's pregnant by her side boo. She says she's getting an abortion ASAP and not telling her husband.
Okay.
Is it your job to tell your homeboy and potentially ruin a marriage and both friendships, or do you mind your own business?
Shit. Go ahead, Brandon. That's a good one.
Shout out to Jasmine, she made that question.
I feel like y'all should go first, cause I'm not the one married.
Okay. Justin.
Yeah.
Cause I know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, I'm not saying shit, to be honest with you. Because one, it's just like, that's, like, it's one thing if, like, I seen, first of all, like I said in, I think one of the first episodes, I ain't saying shit unless I got proof, for one. And I'm in that type of situation where it's, like, potentially gonna ruin a marriage. Like, it's one thing, like, nigga, this is the girl that you fucking with, and here go proof, whatever. But that's kind of some shit, like, imagine me telling Brandon that shit as much as Brandon be on this podcast talking about my wife, my wife, my wife. Like, that nigga love his wife, right? That's some shit, I don't know how hard that's gonna break that nigga. You feel me?
Okay.
That's a personal matter. Like, hey, imagine hearing from somebody else, yeah, your wife pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and she getting an abortion because she don't want to tell you, but it's from another nigga.
Somebody gonna
And
die.
she told my wife. So now me and my wife know about. You're the third nigga to know.
So let's say
Potentially more.
you don't say nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it comes out later, and it comes out that you knew.
We gonna have a talk.
Y'all
straight up,
niggas
and I'ma
being
tell
my
him.
dog. I don't know.
Listen,
How would
and
you
I'm
feel?
willing to take that.
How would
And
you
I
feel?
and I'll be like,
You knew
bruh,
that whole time.
I understand why you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
I wish. No. Let me finish.
I actually
I ain't gonna
fuck
lie.
with that.
I really wish you would have told me, but I understand why you didn't tell me. Because nigga, you gotta understand
Come on,
that once you get that bond, that union, nigga, shit different.
Just be honest with you, bro.
Nigga, I just told you.
I'ma tell
I
the nigga this.
fight 10 niggas earlier.
I'ma tell the nigga
exactly. And
So if
that
I wasn't
same
to do
instance,
that-
you willing to do that, and she broke that bond, and I know about it. Everybody knows. He's the only nigga not to know. You find out later. How you gonna feel about me?
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
with you.
laughing. We
Okay,
laugh. We keep.
So let me say this. Let me
It could
say
be
this.
years later, and you think y'all niggas tripping. If
So
you
let me
think
say this, bro.
It's all Gucci. I understand. I know why you.
I ain't
not
gonna
telling
say
me.
I ain't saying gonna be like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. If that's how I'm gonna lose my friendship, then that's just how I gotta lose it. Cause if I feel like I did what's best for the situation, I'm going to sleep knowing that, hey, I'm not here to ruin y'all marriage. It's certain things I'll say.
Right. You didn't.
It's that's something.
You ain't fuck her.
Yeah, I don't know how my nigga is gonna take that. I don't know if that nigga might. I don't know how he feels like a
Like
wife.
he might tell me I might catch a charge that night.
Yeah, like you don't even know. Like somebody
You
might
gonna
be.
get charged when you find out regardless. Then.
You never know. It might be how she want. Maybe she don't want to be there when she tell him. Maybe she might tell. You know what I'm saying? She want to tell him how she
This
tell
is
him.
how I feel that. If my wife told me that, because that's the scenario, right? We all best
Your
friends,
wife
4 of
tells-
us.
yeah.
She tells my wife, and my wife tells me. Nah, like she should hold that shit down.
No, wait. What'd you say?
What's the
The scenario is me and you are
but
best
I wouldn't
friends.
told my wife. I would've
Courtney
told my wife
tells
she shouldn't have told.
Jasmine that she's pregnant, but not by you.
Yeah.
And she's getting an abortion.
And Jasmine tells
Jasmine
you.
tells me.
The second that Courtney told Jasmine, she lost the ability to try to keep it held down. If she wants to hold it down, don't tell a fucking soul.
Listen, I get that
Don't
too.
tell a fucking soul.
I get that
the
too.
second that she tells Jasmine,
That
that
ain't
she
my
tells
business.
you, it's my business now. You're not gonna tell me that.
It was always your business anyway. That's why it ain't mine.
What you mean it was always your business?
I'm saying
Nigga, that's your household.
that's your household.
No,
She
I'm
cheats
talking
on
about
you.
Justin. I'm talking about from you. The second that I'm aware of that,
That's my business.
it goes.
No.
It becomes information.
Nah, maybe I could tell her, look, if you don't tell him, I can pull her to the side and say, hey, if you don't tell him,
I will tell him.
I'll tell him.
Whatever.
I might bluff your ass.
Yeah, well, however that works, that's how we gonna.
That'll
go
be an
about it.
exercise.
But I'm not-
an option.
I'm
but
not holding
I
that
think
in
my
for
initial one,
years.
I wouldn't be mad at anybody saying, you know what, I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying
Have you
shit.
ever been in a position where you told somebody something and even if you had facts and they still got down, that shit came out worse on y'all friendship versus the whole thing?
Yeah. Yeah. But so you live with the lie, and then it become worse afterwards. To me, it's a complicated issue. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be in the room where everybody's in on a secret and I'm not. That's the worst to me. I'd rather you tell me.
For a fact, Courtney fuck somebody else.
I'd rather you tell me.
I
I'd rather you tell
remember he
me.
said that shit here.
You fat. It's a fact.
I mean, the fact that he's like, that we
Yeah, like,
discussed it, yeah.
You act like it's.
I'm saying, like, if I don't know how the nigga's gonna take it, I'm not mad at somebody exercising that option.
But then I understand. Like,
You don't know how I'm gonna take it if I find out y'all in the room. You don't know how I'm gonna take. We all in the room.
I'm leaving the room.
We chilling, and then somehow it pop up, and then I'm like, wait, what? Everybody know? You don't know how I'm gonna take it? All y'all in on it.
Okay, look, you know what? I know when I make that decision, I know the consequences of that situation, right?
That shit got come out.
I know that this is a potential consequence of the situation. So I'm gonna go into that situation knowing, hey, we might just not be friends no more, cause he might take it a different way. I hope he doesn't. Like,
I feel the same way. I'm gonna tell him that. If
So-
he might not, he might beat her
that's cool.
ass.
That's
he
cool.
might catch a charge.
you know what?
Or
That nigga
whatever.
might be happy as he is with her. He might. Let's say I don't know if that nigga knows that she might be cheating anyway. This might be a current thing in their household. I
Then
don't
we
know.
all cool then.
Then you know that, but now
now you playing Russian roulette though with that.
yeah. So it's like I'd rather just not
Either
say
way, it's
nothing.
Russian roulette.
Me
You
personally.
still playing Russian roulette, but I'm not saying nothing.
Hey,
You realize that, right? It's not like it's
Yeah,
not
I
saying
agree.
nothing. It's,
I agree.
It's automatic.
This
He
comment,
gonna feel with
but
you.
this was not told directly to me. This was told through somebody, which I'm married to. Then it came to me.
I tell you what,
There's a difference.
I'm going to address the wife first before
I'm not gonna
I
talk to my wife.
I promise you I would.
yes, he would.
I promise you I would.
The fuck?
If we all best friends,
If he got Kelly number, what's gonna stop him from calling?
you crazy if you don't come talk to her
Don't
first.
talk to my wife, nigga. I'm calling your
I mean, I'm
wife.
talking. If you coming at her crazy, then
I didn't
that's
say
the whole
that.
thing.
No.
Because
say
if I got
that.
an issue with you,
My wife cheated on me. You confront her.
Nigga, you out here mad about and talking about how to talk to your wife and she out here pregnant
She
with
pregnant with another
nigga.
nigga.
Shut up.
You crazy, your motherfucking ass, nigga.
You know what? That's why I shouldn't have told your ass because you already got your priorities fucked
mad
up.
at me. You right. You about to change my goddamn mind,
Case
nigga.
in fucking point.
You about to change my
but
mind.
say I'm sitting right here, and all I hear you is going off. I don't know what the fuck.
Nigga, obviously I'm not calling you around.
I didn't say it was a go off. I said
Come
when
on,
we
man,
do it,
you-
I would just be like, yo. I know.
I wish I could
I
be
don't feel
Brandon.
comfortable being in the middle of that shit. You
I
don't
wish
tell
I could be Brandon's brain because how he hears these questions because he loves
this nigga
asking
swear I
shit.
said, bitch, why you cheat on my homeboy?
Yeah. Like
What?
the way that he asked.
All I heard was bitch. I didn't even hear the cheat part yet.
That's wild, bro. I said the scenario you're all
Look how
friends.
you talk to my
I already
pregnant
have
wife.
we all hang out.
I ain't know she pregnant. Remember?
You don't know. But you don't know. I
right
talked to
after
her.
that, shut the fuck up.
Damn. Now
We gonna agree to disagree.
we all live in so
Migo, you got some facts?
Damn, alright, so why y'all hear this shit? Milwaukee getting their ass kicked. They might come back, Giannis might win, but they losing.
They done anyway.
If OKC wins tonight,
They
What's the
will.
faster cap?
yeah, it's the fast cap. I got you. If OKC wins tonight and Miami wins tonight, and let's say Miami goes on the series, who should be held more responsible? Russell Westbrook, James Harden, or Giannis? Who should we have more to blame? Facts of cap.
Out of the two that lost.
Out of the
Okay,
two.
so Giannis gets a lot of blame, but he doesn't get more blame than. So are we
facts of
putting
cap
the
is-
Houston Rockets together as one?
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't get as much to blame. He doesn't get as harsh to blame than.
So facts
Russell
of
Westbrook,
cap,
you got-
Houston should get more blame than
Yes,
Giannis.
facts.
Miami.
Because Houston, they got 2 MVPs on there. Like there's a sidekick there, and if you want to add D'Antoni in there in the mix too, he gets the blame as well. He made the trades. Like Russell Westbrook, he doesn't get as much of the blame only because he's coming back from an injury. This is only his 2nd game, but he was absolutely terrible last game. And then D'Antoni said that that's what they wanted to do. He asked them in the huddle for the last minute what they wanted to do. And so that's why James Harden got to get a lot of blame. Because why the fuck would you not want the ball and you see how terrible this nigga played? Then he got out there and fucking airballed. He turned the ball over twice in 90 seconds. Like this nigga went full just chaotic mode. Like
And Russ defense, it was his first game back.
that was the 2nd, wasn't it?
That was his first.
It might have been. I don't know. Either way, it still just doesn't. And then you were on the court the whole time. It's hard. As far as Giannis deserves to get shit talked about him because he's a vet. But at the same,
Defensive player of the year, potential MVP. That's Hakeem, Jordan.
Yeah. But at the same time,
I'm pretty sure they all
he
won
doesn't have
championships.
that. He doesn't have that sidekick that Houston does. So that's why Houston gets the more blame. Like it's 2 MVPs on that team in their prime.
I agree with everything he just said.
Yeah.
I ain't
So.
got nothing else to add to it, to be honest with you.
Alright. This 18-year-old girl just got married to a 40-year-old man.
A 4?
40-year-old man. Facts of cap. Once you're 18, does it matter how old you date or marry or you take with?
Can you cross the street?
What? But change the name. Old enough to cross the street, you old enough to get hit. This nigga wild. How y'all feel? Facts of cap. Once you're 18, it doesn't matter how old you date.
It matters. So it's cap. I mean, like it's cap. That was a good joke, but it's cap.
Okay.
I mean,
Why is it cap, Just? She grown.
she is grown, so I guess legally because of that. But I just don't see what most likely what a 40 and 18-year-old have enough in common. Like, what is the vibe? What is the bond? Now, does it happen? Do I think that it's possible? Yeah. I don't necessarily think it's appropriate though, because most likely it's gonna be some kind of like maybe hiding or some kind of like when you go to your family, it's gonna be some kind of
Deception.
yeah, like you know,
Nobody's gonna approve of it.
yeah, you know, as a 40-year-old man, like this is probably not gonna be right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If that's the route y'all want to take legally, you can do it.
Facts, but only if they met at 18 when she was 18. It's very consensual and everything happened when she was a legal girl.
So if you have a 40-year-old homie, I'm sorry to interject.
No,
right?
I'm not saying I agree. I'm
No,
just
you said
saying
it's
You said it's
facts.
facts.
it could. I mean,
So I'm asking you a specific example now. She's 40-year-old homie, right?
yeah.
He met a girl. She was 18, and they're going out now. No problem with that.
I mean, I'm gonna let the nigga like, bruh, nigga, she don't know to be your kid, but I mean,
Other than that, it's facts.
I need, like, he was just like, yo, I just met her, we just vibed, it was what it was. I can't tell nobody.
She asked for help for her homework. She was talking about SAT scores in college.
I mean, you gotta be 18. I'm assuming, like I said, y'all always say I spin the question. I'm thinking assuming 18 and graduated.
Girls
What
in
I
high
said
school.
18. I didn't say any.
He
She could
said-
be 18 in high school.
He talking about going to college like
Any
this.
scenario.
Yeah.
I said 18, so that encompasses every scenario. She's 18.
I
She could be
mean,
an 18-year-old senior.
My whole thing is I can't agree with everything all my niggas do, but as long as she's legal and it's consensual, I can't judge your happiness. If you happy, then you're happy.
Facts and cap from Justin. Me,
I'm telling you, you tripping.
that's cap.
I'm telling nigga, damn, bro. You tripping.
I think you tripping. Because, like, what do you have in common as a 39, 40-year-old with an 18-year-old? I don't give a fuck she graduated. I don't give a fuck she's still in high
I don't
school.
give a fuck, she mature.
I don't give a
For
fuck
her
how mature
age.
she is. I don't give a fuck how she looks. She's 18, bro.
But she's grown by law.
I
She's
don't
not.
give a fuck about the law. Laws can be wrong.
Yeah, we
Laws
seen
can be
that.
wrong.
There's
So-
some places you can probably still hang somebody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna crucify you for doing it because by law it's legal. That's what I'm saying. But I might not fuck with you no more for that.
Facts. I mean, like, nigga.
You gonna stop being my friend, Justin Voice.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure is.
like I might not fuck. I
Yeah.
can't fuck with that. I can't be with my homie. It's my plus. What's your plus one? It's an 18-year-old girl. Fuck no.
Yeah.
If your choice is you doing that, that's your choice. But nah, I cap. I can't do that.
Hey.
And this was brought up by apparently Marcus Houston,
Yeah, I seen that.
39 years old. He had a
Fucking weirdo, bro.
19-year-old wife, and apparently she was missing since she was 16.
That's why I said it depends on when they met.
But we didn't know that
Think
until after.
about
No, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. That's
when
the
it
main
first
question
initially
that
came
came
out.
out. The question.
But
He
but
said-
I said they were going out, right? And my thing is there's always some shit between it. How likely is it you meet an 18-year-old and then like that y'all connect? It's like you might have been scouting from before. I don't trust it. It's just too much weird shit. to
You
go
forgot to draw the other two names, bro. Let's draw them two names real quick. You got another one? You got one more, Facts and Cap?
Yeah, I got some.
We'll say after this, after we draw these two real quick.
Niggas like, I want my free shirt.
Yeah, man. My bad. We had y'all waiting. You had to listen to the whole thing. Ha!
You know I can't see that shit.
Sight tune.
But my dog's out here winning, bro.
Sight
Shouts out my dog Keem in this bit. What's up, bro?
Okay, we got you, bro.
We got you, dog.
We
We
got
got
one
you,
more.
bro. We got one more.
We got
Go
one
ahead.
more. Let's
Go ahead
have
and do
three.
it one time.
Take side two out of here.
Fucking wrist hurt.
Nigga, this screen ain't picking that shit up.
Then you zoom in.
Nigga, let me see that shit. Yeah.
Let me see.
We get it. They get it. They get it,
Let me
nigga.
see. Don't say nothing. Let me see. Let me see. Shouts out Henry, bro. What's up? Straight out.
Basically, it's a one-sided fight. All the Kazadi friends won. All the Kazadi friends won.
Oh, look, cause I need friends
This shit is
participated. Shouts out to y'all, man.
This nigga fixed the fight.
I
nigga.
fixed the fight, man.
Hey yo, DM us your sizes. We gonna hit you up.
Well, obviously, just text Kazadi your fucking size that you wear.
Shouts out Shamari, shouts out Kenny, shouts out Henry. Y'all participate, bro. Y'all getting free shirts. Shouts out everybody who did it. We gonna do this again, man. We gonna do this again. It'll be bigger and better
Maybe we'll
prizes.
do one in 15 or 20. We'll let you know, man.
And for the people who did it that were private on IG, we're sorry.
Yeah. So we actually found a new solution that we'll do, but we'll let y'all know at a later date and time. Just get that last one.
Just reach out for us. So
Yeah.
Facts and Cap. Oh, I was having a conversation with somebody, and it was like we was talking about like all these like drugs and issues, and it came up with like, is marijuana, weed a gateway drug?
Nope. Cap.
Go ahead, Brandon. Set it off.
I know not one person that went straight from smoking regular weed to another drug, a harsher drug.
Do you know anybody that do harsher drugs that don't smoke weed? That didn't start smoking weed?
Yeah.
You just said
They
you
were-
just sat on here and said you don't know nobody that's ever smoked weed that went on to do hardcore drugs, more hardcore drugs.
Is that how you worded the question? Because I thought you.
I'm asking
You
what
said
you just said.
I said, is
That's what
weed
you
a
just said?
gateway drug?
Weed is not a gateway drug.
Basically saying, like,
You know,
it
no,
leads, once you smoke weed, you're more likely to smoke bigger.
Do other drugs.
The weed. Nobody's ever that I know that has went from that to that has
Chasing a bigger high.
They're like they didn't do that to do that. It's because oh shit, I was in college, so niggas did shrooms. I did that shit.
Nah.
Oh, I done went to.
But you don't know. They may not even realize it though. They may say,
Y'all really think weed is a gateway drug?
That's the question, my nigga.
No,
You said it, Cap.
"Listen, I love weed. Shit, I'm kind of high right now." The only thing I'm saying is, yes, it is.
Gateway drug.
I mean, let the truth be the truth. It don't have to be like so dramatic.
Bruh, it's weed.
If you smoked weed, right? Let's say that you at a point. Let's say you like you're a nigga who's like, yo, I'm never smoking weed, right?
Mhm.
And then you started smoking weed, right? Let's say you got into weed. You might be like, oh, this Molly pill or whatever, this drink, like you might be like, I'm never gonna do that. You might also think, well, shit, I said that about weed. Fuck it, I'm gonna try it out.
Gateway?
That's kind of the definition of being
Gateway
a
is
drug.
like, oh,
It makes you more susceptible to try other things. It makes you like at a point like that. That might not be even the only way that it happened. It might just be like I smoke weed, and maybe I'm still this weed like I'm smoking it now just out of routine. It don't really get me high like I want to. Let me see what this high does for me. Weed allowed you to do that. Because let's say that's the only drug that you take.
It's my turn.
Go ahead.
Tiebreaker in this bit. I don't think weed's a gateway drug. I think you can make a correlation between anything. Alcohol.
Yeah, I think those are all
hamburgers.
gateway. I think any drug.
I don't think weed is necessarily a gateway drug. I have friends who smoke weed that don't try other shit. I know
Yeah.
people who try other shit and that smoke weed. But I know people who smoke cigarettes first. And then from cigarettes, they went to weed. And from weed, they went to coke. From coke, they went to perk. So it's like, where's the gateway? You know what I'm saying? What's the correlation?
I don't think that weed is the only gateway drug. I don't think weed is the only gateway drug. I think in instances, weed can be a gateway drug for somebody. All of it, when they say gateway, is just saying like just opening doors for something
The
else.
fact of cap, I guess it's saying it's
So I
you're
think
more susceptible to try other
what
drugs
you
if you
said
smoke
is
weed.
weed a gateway drug.
Facts of cap.
Yes.
It's like is it yes or
Technically,
no?
to me, it is.
To me, it's no.
Do I think weed is harmful? No. Do I think more times than not? Do I think it's a gateway drug every time? No. Do I think that it can be a gateway drug for people? Yes. Do I think anything could be a gateway drug? Yes. Like if you do coke. If you do coke and
I think
you
that
don't like that
changes
no more,
the
then you do
definition.
crack.
I think
That's
it's-
a gateway
I
drug,
think it
right?
changed the definition. If anything could be a gateway drug, then weed is. Then that changed. I don't think that's what
I think
the integrity of the question is. I think it's like, is it a direct gateway to try a bigger
Everybody look up a
drug?
definition.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what weed is. Personally, no, because it's not. Middle ground.
Definition of gateway drug: a habit-forming drug that while not itself addictive, may lead to use of other addictive drugs.
No.
Do
It said it may lead.
yeah.
Well, that's anything then. If that's the case, everything
That's
is
what
a
I'm
gateway
saying.
drug.
It can be.
Everything is a gateway drug then.
It can be.
But if it's more than likely will lead, if it's made, then of course it may lead. Yeah, of course.
I'm just answering the question: is it a gateway drug? Do I think that it is every
By that
instance? No.
definition, anything's a gateway drug.
Do I think that it's one that is every instance? No. I do think that we can be a gateway drug for some people, though. I do
Common
agree.
theme of this episode. We gonna
Agree.
agree to
Disagree.
disagree. That's all I got, bro. Shouts
Alright,
out to the winners, man. Support us, Facts and Cat Podcast. We got masks, mugs, whatever y'all want, man.
Just remember we have
support
the
us.
shirts, new logos too. So
New
if you want
logos.
the
We got
OG
shirts, we got cups, we got masks, we got anything you want.
just give us an idea and we'll let you know what we can do with it. Shit, you want a glove?
Mike Jeff.
You want one glove? Let us know.
OJ.
We'll figure that shit out too. So, yeah, man, that's the end of it, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Go like and subscribe.
Follow us, man.
You know.
Comment.
Like, subscribe. let
Yeah,
us know.
hey. Stop tweeting me. Stop commenting on Instagram. Stop texting me. Comment on YouTube. Let's get the conversation going on YouTube. Hit YouTube up, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Facts and Cap episode 11. We out, baby.
Out.